Vladimir Putin. Good morning, sir. For the first time in a long time, we are live. Good morning, Vlad. My, how sweet baby Ray has fallen off. Primetime morning hours. Nobody else is live. And I've got one viewer. And he's in everybody's chat all the time. Damn, going out bad, going out sad, as the kids would say. You working yet, Vlad? Or are you just kind of hanging out, laying low? Vlad's in a cover band too, y'all, called Four Finger Death Punch. If you get a chance, make sure you go give him a sub on Spotify. God, there's my man Bullhead. Look at this little hello SCO2. We're a small crowd, but we're lively. We're proud. We're well employed. I'm liking what I'm seeing in here so far. Let's go, Mikey Mike, getting in at a sub 4% mortgage. Good for you, sir. That is fucking outstanding. Let's go. Today's thing is not actually about mortgage rates nor 5G radiation. I'm joining the wonderful world of clickbait. You know, you just put out random fucking adjectives and nouns and adverbs, and you know the masses will follow. So the community is an absolute dumpster fire right now. You know, from the outside looking in, everybody hates everybody. Everybody's monetized, and we can't just let people live over there. You know, it's crazy too. I mean, you can hate what people do, but you know, we'll kind of break these down one by one. You know, if Jersey forgave somebody, you know, it's like you can still dislike, but the whole, you know, it's like we don't take our foot off the necks of people. You know, you don't have to like, hey, I fucked up. It's like, nope, I'm gonna keep my boot right there on your throat, and I'm not gonna let it up because you did one thing wrong way back when. We're never gonna let you live it down, ever, 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 ever. It's tough to watch. I mean, granted, some people say dumb shit and do dumb things, but it's you know, at the end of the day, it's to just give people a little bit of space to come back. So, all right, let's go back. I'm going to put on what's the guy's name? Dave Ramsey. Did I just dox him? So the thing that you're going to want to do, if you can get in right now, a couple of the new home builders are offering like sub 5%, like 4.99 for in-house lending, which is will normally come with some incentives too. But if you can get somewhere like 5.6, 5.8, it's still scared away potential home buyers, keeping values modest. But if the election goes the way many of us want it to, you know, you're probably going to see rates dip back to the high threes, and you know that's going to really drive up the overall purchase price. So if you can afford to buy something at 6%, and then just bank on the fact we're going to go down to 4%, and hopefully home values go up, you could do a cash out refi. You know, actually pull some equity out of the house if you're blessed enough to have that type of cash and get a lower rate while making it a lower purchase price overall. So. You know, any opinions expressed are only the opinion of a show. Do not take this as professional financial advice. Oh wow, look at kittens with a fucking Grady. You'll own nothing and be happy. Yeah, they want us living in vans, y'all. They want you living in a van. They want you paying ridiculous rent. They want you leasing. They want you leasing a car, having a membership to an automobile manufacturer. They want you in student debt for life. Hospitals give you the cure with the sickness, but we just keep our heads in the sand, paying no mind to any of this. Well, I wish you the best of luck in that endeavor, Dusty. Everybody, you too. Mikey might get in at the sub 5. That's holy shit, y'all. We have a rare sighting of Missy in the wild. What's going on, sports fans? It's been approximately 14 days since Missy went on the de-injured reserve list, along with the likes of perennial all-star bad guy and perpetual femme gay guy, Damone. But the first of the amazing trio seems to make an appearance in a relatively obscure, formerly great, but since, truly forgotten and substandard channel, that being that of Sweet Baby Ray. Maybe she's just testing the waters, knowing that no one actually will ever come over to this fucking cesspool corner of the community. But either way, it's good to see her. Hope she's well. Gazelle says taking equity from your house isn't smart. It's if you can get a HELOC at 2.3% and you're trying to do something with it, and you can make 6 to 8% on your money. It's incredibly smart, Gazelle. Like buying an investment property or, starting a small business. No, just to take it out to to go buy a fucking jet ski. No, that's retarded. But again, blanket statements are dangerous. Let's get into the nuance of it. I'm stocking up on cardboard boxes and I'm going to be the emperor of transient town. Community Remix says, did Damone go on fucking FCCs last night? Did I miss Damone's return? I'm always the last to the party. Oh, Ray, always a bridesmaid, never a bride. Not boyish enough for the boys. Not enough counseling for the council. I was never naughty enough for the Nunyanites. Just a man. I'm a man out of time. Truly an island. Good morning, Joe Hampstein. Go Bills. Yeah. Scorpion. You gonna rock someone like a hurricane? I don't know. I feel like people that used to work in the tunnels, you can only spend so much time at depth or at extreme elevation or underwater. You get the bends, or like truckers have to do their logbook hours. I think in the community, there should be we should have an official community timekeeper. Be like Missy, hey Vlad, hey Bill Evans, hey Lynn and God's Angels. You're coming up on your 16 hours a week of paneling. If you don't ration it now, you're not going to be allowed to do anything on Saturday, Sunday. Resets Monday at 4 p.m. Pacific time. Did FCC and Damone have a pleasant conversation? Because I like both of those guys. I'm talking about the bends, the BENDS. I think there's nitrogen buildup in the blood. If I'm talking really out of my ass right now. This is one of those Dunning-Kruger. I know enough to sort of sound like I've read about this, but I think I've heard someone talk about it on a podcast while I was making fucking shawarma or some shit. I really don't. I think that nitrogen builds up in the blood when you're in a highly pressurized area, and that can cause, forget what it can, but nobody gives a shit. Fucking welcome to Science Hour with Ray. Good morning, Jeff. So I know if you're an Nvidian, you had a big army behind you. The boys are small, but they're like special forces. They're very tactical. The Nunyanites are ruthless. I'm like one of those fucking gay ass countries without an army. You know what I mean? I'm like fucking Costa Rica. Anyone even spotted in my channel? You've been warned. This is probably the end of your community membership. So, Dusty, Kittens, Lynn, Missy, Vlad, if you care about your reputation or you're standing in the community, you should probably leave now or just comment under an alt. The didgeridoo is indigenous to Australia, and it's like. And just remember that because whenever Outback did that culturally appropriating commercial with the bloomin' onion and flaming shrimp on the Aussie shrimp on the Barbie. I was in college. I worked at Outback for a summer, waiting tables when I was home from school. Outback wasn't a terrible place to work. Checks were high enough you could actually make a decent little. We're going back 20 years, but $160 on a Thursday night when you're 20 is, especially in 2003, is not a bad day. And just like that, we were having a quiet little stream with 33 people. I'm somewhere in between, like, Prime Warbot and Meow, like in their heyday. And Tommy Boy, face and voice of the boys, are going to come in, and him and Jeff apparently going to go edit in my chat, and nobody cares about mortgage rates anymore. Boom. Going to drop the link if anybody wants to say hi. I got a few more, probably about 130 miles on the road ahead of me. So always fun to, I shouldn't say always. It's not even sometimes. It's seldom, if ever, fun to talk to you fucking freaks. This place is a goddamn cesspool. Oh, we talk about fucking Outback and Bloomin' Onion, and of course Telly has to show up. You're like, listen, there's things you don't know about true Australian cuisine. Like, yeah, Telly, is that why you're here? Did somebody just fucking ring the alarm? Ray's talking shit on Australia? Honest question. Who has actual illusions and believes in their actual heart that they are way more important and relevant in this community than they actually are? Powell or Damone? You too, Sarita? Ooh, that's a good question. I think Bill's in this community for the chicks, and Damone just longs to be near white people once again. And Serena is like that buffer, that methadone for Damone's. It's funny. He's got deep-seated white guilt, but he's also a big proponent of race mixing. He's a very complex individual. So the answer is both, and myself. Community remix. Truly, the most important guy in the community is Brandon. He's going to be the Kaiser Soze, like in The Usual Suspects, when we all kill each other, and the smoke settles, and they're walking over the bodies. Brandon's going to wipe that silly look off his face. He's going to slick his hair back, have like 2 Colombian models on both arms, and he's just going to smile and look back at the rubble. Truly what's going to happen. That's what I just said, visibility. I like Brandon. He's a nice kid. He don't fuck with anybody. All countries that start with S are the same. Let's get is Sierra Leone a country? We've got is this the Sudan? Well, Sweden, Scandinavia. I don't know. I think Sierra Leone's a country. South Africa is a country. Uh, is Saskatchewan no? Because those are provinces. Saskatchewan would be a country. Um, anything in Latin America? I'm trying to think of anything in Africa. We've got South Africa. Samoa, the island of Samoa. Good call. Can we all just agree to call it Zimbabwe right now? That's fun. Anybody feel like coming up and having a morning conversation before the fuckery starts over at newly monetized NTFs again? South Korea, yeah, that's true. Singapore, right? Is Singapore a country, or they kind of fighting over shit like that? Somalia, Scotland, good call, Scotty Karate. Look at us. The more we're like an NBC. The more you know. Spain. How the fuck did we forget fucking España? That's Singapore is a country. Okay. Well, I know that there's like Asia's got this weird thing about what's the one. There's a major region in China that says they're an independent and sovereign nation, but like big China is like, no, bitch, you ain't your own shit. Australia. That is outstanding. Australia. South. Well, either way. So geography's done. We talked about. Hey, Telly, are you in Europe right now, Telly, or are you in Australia? Remind us where. And the reason I'm asking is I want to know what it's like to buy a house where you. Antarctica. Art. Um, Australia. Austria. Let's say Africa. That's Alabama. uh, Aspen. Albania. That's a good one, SEO. Great one. Afghanistan. Well played. So AB, nothing with an AB. AC, nothing with an AD that I can think of. AE, no. AE, I almost said AEU, like the AUE, United Arab Emirates, but no, that's the UAE. AF, just Africa, nothing else. Afrikaans, that's a country, right? Afrikaans, SEO. Am I right with that one? Aruba, Bahama, come on, pretty mama. So here goes the link. If anybody wants to come up and say hello, almost everybody. We're talking all things geography, mortgage rates, early onset dementia, adult diabetes, Ozempic. Damone's repressed white guilt. I also have it on good authority that Bad Guy's family comes from Istanbul, and he might have questionable Mexican roots. And this is what the community has come to. It used to be you couldn't get a spot on panel because it'd be like 9 or 10 people chopping it up, having fun conversations. Now you got Damone out there, Missy with her little shots, TBS clip and stuff. You got Mitch and the gang over at Hoax Wars. Everyone's afraid to have a voice. That's literally what I just said, BG. Found out his family is half Jordanian and half Persian. And he has a summer house in Istanbul. Telling you that mayonnaise, bro, I heard that like low-key it was tzatziki sauce. And he's got like stolen Mexican valor. Exposed. Fuck. Kitten says, I'm a type 1 diabetic and my pancreas is just taking up space. So I tell you what, I wasn't going to go public with that, but Matt, the morning after, on a 1 to 10, he's at a 6.7 on the Reuters credibility news score. You heard it here first. We're going to go ahead and lead with the fact that BG is, in fact, possibly, probably not Mexican, making him the first person in the world to pretend to be so. We're just talking shit. So did I miss anything else last night? I went to bed relatively early. I'm on the road right now, so I guess I missed the return of. I saw Damone's community post, and apparently he met the actor that played Damone or something like that, and the guy was just a fucking tool bag. We should unite all community forces for 2 weeks just to make that guy's life a living hell. Like, dude, you were famous 40 years ago. And a race mixing femboy just wanted his 5 minutes with his celebrity man crush. And you couldn't give it to him. We should torment that man. Get Scotty's channel, Hoax's channel, Gomez, Nunya. Just make it like the fucking Avengers Assemble moment in the end of Endgame. Everybody coming down. NVCap, fucking Cat Reed, Gap. I will ask everybody though, just if somebody goes live, like let them live a little bit, y'all. You know what I mean? Everyone gets to have their own little pocket. You know, if I like the fact I have a cool little quiet space over here. Well, 40 people in the morning, you know, and NTF's the big deal now. Man, the morning after has the news show, you know, Damone and Missy and TBS, you know, they do their thing. It's like I got bumped from fucking ABC to CBS to TBS to TNT. And like, honestly, if somebody cancels me at this point, it's just a mercy killing. No, I'm not holding my. I was not hugging my hip. That is a friend of mine. He's a. We don't use the word midget over here. We're gonna call him vertically challenged. That's what I'm saying, Jay Silly. Get the 1A community. Just tell this person, like, you know, you've got a depressed femboy who married above the rim with a melanin-infused queen, and Damone's a total fucking fag boy, sad boy bitch, but, like, he's our fag boy, sad boy bitch. Like, we should fucking destroy that guy who played in that role. Like, dude, that movie was 40 years ago. You're lucky someone recognizes you. You know, you ain't Michael Keaton. This ain't no comeback. You ain't still relevant, motherfucker. Everyone gets their own look. People do act out of pocket, man. That's Matt to Damone. Is there like a hierarchy in the boys? Like, do you guys have a ranking system? Like, do you get jumped in? Are there bylaws? Do you have international chapters? Hey, Community Remix, you know you're always welcome over here. Why you going nuts down there? Relax, buddy. They take turns topping. The boys rank depends on their body count. Uh, TBS is gainfully employed. He's in Europe and has an American accent. So if he's a 6.3, he becomes an 8.1 by that. So he's there. Joss is young, but he's a handsome little fucker. So he's probably not at the top just due to age. Matt in the morning after, he lived a criminal lifestyle for a long time. I'm sure it was filled with fast times and loose women. So Matt might be up there in the top. Damone being a race mixer, it takes a special type of woman of color to agree to procreate with, such an effeminate white man. So I think that although Damone's quality's high, I think that his body count's probably pretty low. Missy, I mean, we all know Promiscuous Girl by Nelly Furtado was actually written about Missy in 2006. That's a fact. You can run with that, Panel Channel. Who else? Jay Silly's Latino. He's probably got 37 kids and an El Camino. Funny, Jay Silly, the Latinos are like, oh, my body count is 37. How many kids you got? They're like, 37. They have the inability to not procreate. I wish I had a whiteboard to see who I haven't offended yet today so I could just run with it. K Schwizzle. I've been to Maine. I went to a place called Moosehead Lake, and they had a couple of Category 5 rapids. I did the Penobscot and the Kennebec River. I got tossed. I think it was the Kennebec that day was running fucking hot. I'm usually a bow shark, like up on the front, kind of somebody in the back. Just let us sideswipe right into a rock. We all got dumped. What is a mortgage? People can identify and be like, hey, I think I'm a woman, therefore I am. Like, it's a piece of paper that, like, you get to say you own a house, but you really don't own shit. You own the right to pay people for the money they lent you. Then you got to pay the state for the land it sits on. Then you got to pay the state for the money you make. Then if you rent it out, you got to pay the state and the country for the money you make on the rental, the place you're already paying the bank back for and paying the state for the tax you own the land on. It's all a fraud. Going to hell in a handbasket. Lynn, always a pleasure, ma'am. You have an amazing day. I'm driving. I can't give anyone any wrenches right now. I'm in StreamYard, and I have my phone mounted. After that horrific accident, I'm not going to do the phone in hand thing anymore. I wasn't using the phone in hand at the time, but the fear is real. We could be like Descartes. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Like, I think, therefore I am. Uh, yeah, you're always welcome over here, Remix. I just, I try to keep a chill place. I'm sure that NTF's gonna spurg out and rage quit. FCC and Damone are gonna go with somebody, and Bill Powell's gonna do his thing. And I would go say hi to Nunya and the gang if she goes live. I still like many of those people. Descartes. Yeah, Descartes, I believe, was how you spell it. It's been so long since I've heard it mentioned, I forget how to pronounce it correctly. But good call, Visibility. Now we're touching on philosophy here with Descartes Corral. Golden Corral is better than Descartes Corral. Just throwing that out there. Let's see where I'm at. I'm in Georgia, y'all. Therefore I am. I was the one who came up with the term that chat shall inherit the earth. And boy, did it ever. You motherfuckers chased off me, Bad Guy, Damone, Missy, Locksmith, Nunya. Who else? No, I do not. I don't rent a car. Usually the miles that I put on it are too high, but I have a good accountant, and I get to do a depreciating asset and gas and stuff like that. So I get some write-offs. Even Juniper, I don't dislike. She wilds out on people sometimes, but some people like to do silly shit. Like I could say this. God, what was her name? The redheaded lady. Edward and Juniper's Angela. She's. I think she's kind of wild out there with some things she does, but she's always been nice to me. Like I can't say anything about it. Kind of her and Nick and Mitch, and like there's whole pockets of YouTube where everybody knows each other, and I'm like, fuck, it's so incestual. Like everybody knows everybody. Can't I just tell dick jokes and make conservative viewpoints with, embarrassing myself by my lack of awareness on my white privilege? That's all I want. I can see the Grand Twomper. Who's oh, there he is. Never mind. So we've got a little civil war down in the boys brewing. So you've got, I would say, out of Matt, Missy, and Jay Silly, Matt's probably the most vocal. But without Damone and Bad Guy and TBS, really, this is like Shaq and Kobe being taken off the floor. Nobody's paying to watch that Lakers game. And look at the three of them bicker for their 3 minutes of fame. It's And yeah, Jay Silly is, in the upper middle class diabetic Latino population, mental health is often overlooked. I stand with Jay Silly. Vlad, we went to a Golden Corral once. My buddy wanted to, he got a big promotion. So he's like, I just want to do something big. I want to go out and do like, fancy. This is, I think we were going to go to like a show. He's like, I want to do bottle service at the club. I want to go to, just make it a big night. So I'm like, all right, man, everybody wear the suits, black and white's out. We get a party bus. and we tell them that we got reservations at the time. I think it was a place called Flanagan's, like a prime steakhouse, and we wind up taking them to Golden Corral in suits. It's the only time to this point in my life I've ever been to Golden Corral. See, I enjoy Missy's input as I do Chili's, as I do Sam's, as I do Mitch. You know, like I told you all before, there's like the Continental Hotel in John Wick. There'll be no blood shed on Continental grounds. In the community remix, why are you on one? My brother or sister. No one's even really shit on anybody today. Like, I think we should all just agree that Missy is the worst person in the room and we should just attack her incessantly. Oh, wow. Shots fired now. What is a GC reference? Scotty? I'm not sure what that means. Has anybody seen the video of like the super diabetic fucking honey boo boo looking ass white bitch with stringy dyed hair and like faded tattoos? And it's like white boy. She's like, we don't want this. We don't want this. And it's a picture of black guy. She's like, this is what we need. And then like two young black men come up and like, we represent the Black Coalition. Although we're honored by the offer at this point, we are going to have to decline your application. Perhaps the Indians will be interested. And then it goes around from race to race. They go to the Koreans. If you never see, I wish somebody had the link. That was a funny fucking video. This girl got all high and mighty thinking she was a baddie. And then like the men of the world united and racism ceased to exist. Oh, golden. Thank you, K. Schwizzle. I didn't even think about that. Could be for Gary Coleman, general contractor. Jake, girl chat. No Sam Clinton in the AM. He's been auspiciously missing from any of my lives. That peculiar man. Just big Alex Jones vibes. Not a dumb guy, though. Definitely not afraid to go toe to toe with people. This community has a problem where it's like we can't respect something if we don't like it. There's people that I think are fucking retarded, but I'm like, you know what? I respect that. There's opinions that I think that are awful, but I'm like, oh, I respect their ability to stand on their opinions. The emotional evolutionary scale, I don't think we're very far along, folks. Grumpy cuck, that's a good one. This is actually a pretty fucking benign and mellow chat this morning. Like, I appreciate, like, we're actually kind of conversing here. Nobody took me up on my panel appearance. Nobody even wanted to say good morning, you fucking pole choking, kratom boofing, Kamala voting, koala chlamydia. Just nobody even wanted to fucking come up and say good morning to me. Yeah, I know. If we can get Tommy Boy while he's at work so he can't pay too much attention, and hopefully before Josh wakes up, uh, Becky blazing scars away and Scotty's people are too hungover from last night, like we have a chance to have a mellow crowd. You know? I'm going to drop that link one more time. If not, we're going to little 45, 60-minute once a month panel. Who's going to join my members, by the way? For the low price of $14.99 a month, you can feed a pre-diabetic middle-aged white guy for just $14.99 a month. Ooh, there are speed traps ahead. Let's see. Doing 72 and a 70. The APR on my memberships are subprime. We're at 1.77% on a conventional 23-year fixed. Credit score of 666 is all that's needed. You have to live in the lower 48 to qualify. Anybody else would be subject to international tax law. So, Telly, TBS, bad guys definitely in the Middle East somewhere. We kind of got over that last night. Who else is international? Ryan's definitely in Canada. StreamYard. Good morning, Menthol Man. There's actually like a hidden amount of truth to that. It's like when you're a kid and mom and dad are trying to catch you do something, you're slick and you sly, got your hands behind your back. You're like, not this time. You have like that whole confidence of like a European fucking bank robber. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. But unfortunately, he couldn't look past the dead hooker in my passenger seat. So, is he really on his birthright trip, or are you just joking around? Here's a fun fact, y'all. Any and all Jewish folks in America, I think up to the age of 32, you get a free trip to Israel, like fully paid. It's called your birthright. I wish Ireland did that for my people, but they don't. They just gave me alcoholism and predisposition to skin cancer because we're pasty white fuckers. Oh, we got a guest. Good morning.
What's up, bro?
Not too much, man. Just saying good morning to the people. Saying good morning to the people.
Nah, I wanted to say good morning to you. I know you were complaining no one would come up.
Nobody will, man. It's bullshit.
Shit. I like your panels, dude. They're usually chill. I mean, shit, I don't want to hop up on no drama shit, but I like your...
It's absolutely...
I like your...
You know what? I like me too. And anytime that I have anything resembling self-esteem, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go live so the community can suck that out of me.
It's all it takes. Huh? Where are you driving to? You're always driving, bro.
Today I am driving to Coconut Creek, Florida.
Coconut Creek?
Yeah, down by Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, shit. What goes on down there?
I'm working, so I gotta go I gotta go bid out a job. So I'll do a sketch, a design, an estimate. It's just putting eyes on the property, pulling some measurements, checking ground conditions. I complain, man. I travel a bunch, but I'm really lucky. I got a decent gig, and I don't have to work all that much. And by the way, today's panel is brought to you by Benjamin Netanyahu. Good morning, PatCon. Swizzle, did you leave or am I off panel?
Can you hear me?
Oh, now I can. Yeah, you disappeared there for a moment.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I got shitty service. No, I went to Maine last weekend. That was kind of interesting.
What are you doing today, man? You working? You going to the unemployment office? You getting your pronouns reassigned at the local post office? What are we doing?
I haven't decided my pronouns yet. I usually wait till lunchtime.
I got in trouble. I went to a work conference a couple months back, like not for my industry. I went to a conference and they had something for pronouns underneath your name. And I wrote funny and people were not abused.
What'd you cut out? Nope. What'd you write?
I wrote ye/haw, like yeehaw, like my pronouns.
Yeah. Nah.
I thought I was just being silly, being funny, and they were nobody was fond of that apparently.
No, they take that shit serious, man. I mean, it depends where you work. You know, there's no jokes nowadays. No joking allowed.
That's a weird as much as I think that this way over, like, I don't want to.
I think Netanyahu is cutting your connection.
How bad is it on a 1 to 10?
Now it's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just got to move my face closer to the phone mount.
Yeah, when I was in Maine, every store I went to had those like pronoun pins and stuff. But dude, I was in Portland, and I don't know what I expected, but it was pretty nice. Like, you walk a couple blocks, there's like beautiful storefronts, like nice people and shit, and you go over one road and there's some dude huddled down smoking crack, like people fucking falling out in the middle of the road. It's pretty. Can you hear me? Yeah, I think
you cut out for a second.
Oh,
you lost me?
No. I think we're good, dude. We're struggling. I can hear you now.
I think I might be driving through a part of Georgia that is not the best.
Yeah. Wasn't there a school shooting just happened in Georgia?
There was in Appalachia High School, I believe.
It's crazy.
Super like non-binary liberal looking motherfucker.
Dude, it always is, right?
Yeah, I mean, unless they're the same people that'll call Kyle Rittenhouse a mass shooter, and the kid's an American hero.
Yeah.
And you know the guy he shot was a sex offender too, right? Am I right in that, or am I making that up?
I don't know.
If somebody in the chat, can you remind us if
we need the hive mind?
Well, I want to remember if, who Kyle Rittenhouse shot was I think it was a child molester. Someone in the chat will know. We're nothing gets by these folks.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. I remember that whole trial. Rittenhouse.
All right, we're getting conflicting. Clown says he was. Scotty says he was. Jay Silly says that was lore. But either way, he's a dead guy that tried to shoot Republicans. So let's just call him a fucking child molester. I think that's what we should do with all dead liberals. Just as soon as a liberal dies, be like, yeah, he was a kitty toucher. Maybe we can swing the youth. Pat Kahn says Kyle's shooting was racially motivated. Fuck out of here, Pat Kahn.
Oh, fucking Pat Kahn.
Yes, RSO shot a guy with a previous sex crime. That's so. Does that technically does Kyle Rittenhouse have a catch? Like, do you think we should say that he's a catcher?
He's got one catch.
I mean, he's he had Florida Pred Hunter, Indiana. Like he's the first guy to hunt the pred and came back with one with a toe tag.
Damn, dude, yeah. He was on podcasts and shit after that. I never really saw, but it was crazy. It was crazy.
Well, that's where Kyle R. Catches got his fucking name from.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Kyle R. Kyle Ray. He's
shit.
yeah, the motherfucker's like super based.
Yeah. No. I mean,
I got to do a catch with that guy about a year and a half ago. Do you know who Kyle R is? Did we lose you? Did we lose me? Did we lose ourselves?
I think it's someone. I'm good now. You can hear me?
Yeah, now you can hear me. That's you hear I said I got to do a catch with Kyle R.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I'm pretty sure I know who he is. Pretty sure I've seen a couple of his catches.
Yeah, it was me, Kyle, and this guy named Gerard. He passed away. Marlboro Toe. Were you around for him?
Yeah, I know Toe. Yeah, the sweetest guy, dude. He was really nice. I wish I got to know him a little more.
I got to do two with him. He was a very, very sweet man.
That's cool. Yeah, just seemed like a genuine guy.
Big, lovable teddy bear, man. But yes, that's where Kyle R. got his name from, is Kyle Rittenhouse.
Yeah, I remember that shit, man. I remember everyone was it was very polarizing as shit is, but I mean, once I saw that video, I was like, shit, I would have done what Kyle did. Like, I don't know, man. Like, you had people saying that, he was out there like on the hunt, like trying to kill people. I don't know. And then he said he was just trying to protect his storefront or something.
I think people should have every right to defend their community and their business. I'm a big fan of the castle doctrine. Like, if I would prefer to choke somebody out, but if I have to fucking shoot somebody in the chest to prevent them from robbing, like, you should be allowed to defend your home, right? Wrong, maybe.
Yeah, and your property, within reason, for sure. No, I agree. I definitely sided.
I saw something crazy once. A guy shot and killed a pregnant woman was trying to rob a house, like an 80-year-old guy, and he shot her and killed her. And that was, I remember I had really conflicting, because I don't know if she was, I would assume she was visibly pregnant.
Yeah.
But could you shoot a pregnant woman if she was trying to rob your house?
I know that's a tough one, man. That's one of those things where it's like, I mean, at the end of the day, if anyone's trying to like harm me or my family and trying to enter my house, like, you got to take care of it. But I mean, it's hard. I don't know. It's hard. And it's like, I'll just shoot him in the leg. It can't be like that. Like when you shoot someone, like you got to be ready to.
Yeah, I love when people are like in the heat of action and someone's running around like, "Why did you shoot him in the leg?" I'm like, "Have you ever tried to shoot a gun?"
Yeah, are you
fucking moron?
Say no Call of Duty, right? Yeah, man. When adrenaline's going like that, I mean, yeah.
Listen, bro. I was gonna no scope you in a kneecap from 600 feet away.
Yeah, just shot him in the leg.
I'm a level 40. I'm a 46 prestige. I'm gonna shoot a pregnant lady in the foot. Like, no, it doesn't work that way.
I was watching some police video from a long time ago, maybe the 90s or something, where there was a hostage situation. The guy, the suspect had a female, and he had a gun, and like he put the gun down or something, and one of the cops sniped the gun out of his hand. That was some crazy shit.
That's do you know who Buster Scruggs is?
No, it doesn't ring a bell.
Somebody tell me the name of the movie. It's a fictitious it's a silly, funny western, but there's they would depict a western where the guy could do like a quick draw and shoot the gun out of somebody's hand.
Yeah.
So let's go. So yes, Super Bass was a hip hop group in the 90s.
Super Hot Fire.
They arrested the father of the kid who shot up school in Georgia. Kyle killed someone with 11 counts of child molestation. Cap says, good morning. Matt says, wild bro. It's shizzle up here, Cap.
Oh, what's good, Cap?
And then we got Dead Fred down in the chat. Long time no see, Dead Fred. That's So yeah, so let's do a vote in the chat. If Kyle R can call himself a catcher because he fucking smoked one in the dome, press 1. If it's stolen catcher valor, press 2. I think he's a catcher.
Catcher.
What's your vote?
Catcher.
Catcher. One in the chat if he's a catcher, 2 if he's not. For Kyle R. We're gonna give him honorary
Shoddy,
membership.
shoddy decoy work, but he completed the catch, right?
Did you say shoddy as a pun?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Dragonfly says 1. Dusty's okay. So far we're unanimous. I don't know how to do polls on fucking YouTube, so I always do this boomer like press 1 for this.
Yeah. Verbal poll. That's a verbal poll.
What's going on? Thank you for calling Movie Phone. If you know the name of the movie you'd like to see, press 1 now. Shawshank Redemption, starring Tim Burton and Morgan Freeman. Rated R. Running time 2 hours and 36 minutes.
You are a treasure trove of pop culture references, dude. Never changed.
Stay golden, Pony Boy.
Yeah, stay golden, Pony Boy.
Bro, people fucking hate that about me. It's
Nah, dude, I like it. I mean, you know
no.
what to expect.
Cap thinks we're talking about our Kyle. No, we're talking about Kyle Rittenhouse. Jesus Christ, Cap.
You're talking about the hot.
He's been in the chat for 37 seconds and he's already tried to. Tim Burton. No, not Tim Burton. Tim Robbins. Fuck, did I say Tim Burton?
The fucking hot tub.
Directed by Stephen King.
You always got to keep that bathing suit on you.
Bro, Cap literally thought that's what. No, we're talking about Kyle Rittenhouse, and I said that's where Kyle R got his name. That was the reference. What do you guys in the chat and you too, Shizzle? Like, should the dad be held liable for what happened?
For what? This most recent shooting in Georgia? Well,
Yeah.
I don't even know the story, man. I don't even know what happened, how many died, what if he was a student.
He was 14 years old. I think there were 2. What I saw heard in the news this morning, 2 math teachers shot, 2 students. He specifically targeted a special needs classroom. That was at least the report that came through. And I do think that there was like a previous warning or idea that this might act. I'm trying not to read because my phone's on mount, but Matt says the kid had threatened to shoot up the school a year ago and was on an FBI watch list. Father was told to keep guns. Okay, so then yes, the father should be arrested.
So he grabbed his dad's gun. Where were the guns? Well, let me read Matt's comment. Okay.
Either way, if your kid's on an FBI watch list, you shouldn't even have a gun safe in the house.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta be a parent. Yeah, you gotta be a parent. You can't be giving your kid fucking guns like that, especially if there was an incident where he like threatened to shoot up the school. I mean, yeah, that's not right, man. Yeah, I mean, parents need to be held accountable to some degree. You know, it's hard. It's very nuanced, and it's very each incident is like a fingerprint. You know, they're all different. They're all unique. That's crazy. Parents, yeah, I mean, that's not right, man. He was 14, huh? I think my dad was taking me shooting, you know, at the range by then, but it's fucking like
dude, I was shooting a gun probably when I was like 9 or 10.
Yeah.
Little 20. We'd set up a 22 and shoot fucking, you know, beer cans off the fucking farm post. We weren't.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. I think, you know, if you're taught at a young age that you know, gun safety and always loaded, never flag anyone, you know, stuff like that. It's you can grow up and be responsible.
I'm a dickhead. Like when there's a group that I'm associated with, and a lot of guys have concealed. Well, now you have Constitution, but either way, like I'm a Nazi with gun safety, man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like I don't care. Like whenever you're maneuvering a gun through a room, like it's always down and away, handoff. Like when people get willy nilly with it, I lose my shit.
No, it's true, man, and that's something that, you know, I probably have in common. We're shooting guns at a young age, and a lot of people are. And if you don't, like, let's say you're an adult. I was in a situation one time where I was at someone's house and their friend's mom was over. She was older. She was never around guns. There was a shotgun there. She asked if she could hold it or something. She immediately pointed it at her husband, like joking around, being like, bang, bang. And we were like, whoa, like what the fuck you doing? Like it's not loaded, but you gotta act like it is. So it's crazy, man.
Well, I think I'm getting booted. I think NTF just said it's her time to go live in the community.
Oh, that's time for church. Oh no, it's not Sunday.
Well, I looked on her channel. Nothing was upcoming when I went live because I didn't want to step on toes. NTF, and you can come up on. You can come say hello here, NTF. I would support your channel, and I will. Mom said cut it off.
Yeah, I said what up to NTF. I wanted to kind of apologize a little bit to her because you coming at her, and trolling and chat and shit, kind of hard. So I'm gonna turn a new leaf.
Good morning, Tanya. Yeah, I don't. It's the same thing with parents who like keep like prescription meds around and shit like that. I'm conservative in the fact I think everyone has the right to bear arms, but
Yeah,
like no,
no,
if
I
you're a
agree.
parent, yeah, I have a safe in my bedroom. I have a lockbox in my bedroom, and then I have a safe in the garage. Like
Yeah,
that's
dude,
yeah.
I think in public school, every high school should have a gun safety class. Maybe not bring guns in, but inform them, educate. You know, that's my opinion. I think there should be some sort of firearm safety
Well,
for.
how about this? Last year, Kamala Harris was, and I'm not trying to make this a liberal bashing stream,
Yeah,
but she
yeah,
was saying it's time that we get school resource officers and cops and guns out of schools. And people
that's
cheer like
just
we need more
that's not
school
right.
resource officers. And
Yeah,
that's like I said, I don't want to make it a liberal bashing stream, even though I mean, part of me would love to, but I'm just
yeah.
not going to do that.
Well, we can keep the labels out of it. The fact that she wants less in school. Yeah, I don't agree with that. I mean, they're gun-free zones. So to me, if I was
Dude,
a
even
criminal,
even if you, no matter how much you hate Edward or Sweet Baby Ray or Nunya or Tommy Boy, right? Like anytime like gun violence is placed upon a child, like nothing we do here matters. Like that's
yeah,
two children will not get to grow up yesterday because a father was not responsible with his guns.
right.
And you know what the crazy? I think I've said this on panel before. Like we're desensitized to child murder and mass shootings now. It's
Yeah,
happened so much in the last 20 years.
yep.
Like
No, it's a fact. It's a
it's not
fact.
the fact that it doesn't shock us to the core that somebody says, "Hey, I'm gonna shoot children because I'm not happy." Uh,
Yeah, right,
it's
right.
fucking wild.
Yeah, imagine if someone went their whole life without like social media or the phone or exposure to any of that shit, and they were like 30 years old, and someone told them, "Hey, the school just got shot up." It'd be like, "Holy shit!" Like, it is true, man. We get desensitized to everything, just as a society. It's just a full desensitization, and yeah, it's not good. It's not good. I'm guilty of it. It's
Dude, Dragonfly Wings, Mackenzie actually made a good comment right here. We should call all dead liberals chomos. Ray 30 minutes ago. Ray now. I don't want to make this a liberal bashing stream.
oh, that's good, dude. That sums up the stream.
Holy shit, that's fucking hilarious. I can't breathe. I did say that. Yeah, let's just call all dead liberals fucking chomos. Holy shit. Bro, that hurts my fucking chest. Oh my god, sorry about that, man. That just really fucking made me laugh, bro.
Nah, that's funny. It's funny because it's true.
It's like why we gotta bring up old shit to like Ray? That was 16 minutes ago.
Yeah, keep that shit in the
God,
past.
you know what's funny too? That you know what the only difference between conservative and liberal chomos are?
What?
Most of the time, I see conservative guys try to deny what they do, and I see liberal guys try to justify
Yes. Yes,
Like liberal pedophiles will somehow
Map.
try to make it okay, and
Yes.
conservatives will just lie.
Yeah, they'll use the term map and stuff. I mean, whatever, politics. Yeah, I know
I
Alex.
was celebrating the autonomy of the young person.
Yeah, yeah, man. No, it's true. It's true. It's because of terms like map. It's because of shit movies like Cuties on Netflix. It trying to make this shit like, I don't want to say normal, but it's fucking weird. And Alex says he catches a lot of conservatives and stuff. Oh, I
Dude,
think
he's caught a lot of conservative, like Vietnam, like 65-year-old Republican,
yeah, they're gonna be more.
America T-shirt, drinking fucking
Yeah.
Natty Light on the front of their single wide. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he goes to the big cities, and I think that's where you catch more of the liberals or kind of Democrats. And
Well, do you remember when FM caught that like trans activist fucking Leilani or Alani was her name?
yes, I do.
That bitch was fucking cutting ribbons and getting awards and all
Yeah,
this, like
man.
celebrating, like I'm a freedom fighter. And it's like, yeah, you're
Right. In the public eye, she's like, people look at her on a pedestal, like, oh, she's an activist. She's doing the right thing. Whereas, look at the flip side of that. I mean, it's pretty fucking crazy, dude. How these people, they hide in plain sight. They really do.
and then Alex caught the campaign person
Yes, big Democrat party leader.
with OPI not too long ago.
Yep. Those are big catches, dude. That's big stuff.
I still don't understand how EDP was the biggest catch in catch history. Like,
I don't know, man. I think it was to Predator. I think it kind of got Predator catching on the map as far as like mainstream. Like, I think it really, a lot of people that never heard of that or were exposed to it, like saw that video and were introduced to the idea of like catching a pedophile, like, playing a decoy. And especially,
dude, I've said this 1,000 times. Like, how old are you, Schwizzle?
28.
28?
Yeah, I'm 28.
So you're young, dude. Like, I don't think you understand how big To Catch a Predator was.
No, dude. I mean, maybe not, but I grew up watching that shit. I loved it. It was big, at least for me. It was.
I mean, my guy, it captured the fucking hearts and minds of America, and I'm not lying. Like,
yeah.
It was the biggest. So that's like when you say it put it on the map. Like, no, a fucking U.S. circuit court judge shot himself while Chris Hansen waited outside the house.
I guess I would say, like, I don't know. To Catch a Predator was always like a TV show. Like, the fact that Alex did it to EDP, like, that just shows people, oh shit, normal citizens can do it. Like, oh, you don't need a license. You don't need to be a cop. Like, you don't need to be anything special. Like, you can just do it as a citizen. Whereas Chris Hansen might have been looked at as like, but yeah, that shit was huge. You could probably walk up to any stranger on the street and be like, yo, did you see that new To Catch a Predator?
Dude, South Park did an episode where Chris Hansen just walked around telling people in public, take a seat. Like, South Park did an episode on this shit. That's how big it was in the world.
Yeah. And what's crazy is that he's still doing it. He's on that True Blue. I mean, I don't know. I like what he does. Not the biggest fan of Chris Hansen. I mean, he's done some pretty fucked up shit, but he's caught a lot of preds and
I don't like Chris Hansen because he tried to stop other people from doing expose work. Like, he was more for his pocket than he was for the cause.
Big time, dude. Big time. He's always looking for the drama. He's just weird. And he was calling other groups vigilantes. And it's like, dude, why would you not try to build them up and say good things? Like, there's enough views and enough money to go around for everyone to do that. Like, why does he feel like he's entitled to do it? Like, no one else can. It's weird.
Dude, my new catching group's gonna be called Vigilante Investigative Reporters, gathering important news.
What's the acronym? VIR.
Vigilante Investigative Reporters gathering important news.
Virgin.
Yes, sir. That's my new that's my new catching channel.
Oh man. Fuck.
That's what you're right. That the EDP catch was like because he was one of the first. There was an IMDb actor. So on TCAB, there was like a surgeon that was caught, pretty important guy, a Circuit County judge. That's the motherfucker that killed himself. A lot of like Indian engineer, like tech support guys working over here. There was a lot of Indians on To Catch a Predator. I remember that.
Yeah.
I caught an Indian with Detective Christie and Sam down in Florida. He was he was a senior vice president for Citibank. Guy drove a fucking, I think it was like a Tesla Plaid, like $130,000 Tesla high performance car.
Shit,
yeah, dude. That's
all shapes and sizes.
Well, that's the thing. And there was something too, like where people used to give me a hard time, and maybe it's not the most professional question, but when I meet a guy that has the means, I'm like, you could get a sugar baby, you can get you could have anything in the world you want, and that's when you know someone's truly a fucking deviant, is when they have,
for sure.
Like if someone can't get anything and they're like, oh, I'll just take this. You know what I mean? It's like when you come home drunk and there's like 4-day-old Chipotle in the back of the fridge.
There's levels to it. There are.
Right. That guy, that Indian guy that I caught, could probably buy a mail order bride.
Yeah, or get a lady of the night, if you
will. Lady of the evening, right? There's nothing in the world that guy can't have. Yet he still chose to put his marriage at risk, drive 3 hours across the state to meet a little girl at the chocolate factory, the chocolate museum.
Right, and it's not just some homeless dude sleeping under a bridge. He's established. He's got shit to lose, and for him to put that on the line just shows how evil, how deep the sickness goes. Man, it's got no soul. There's something fucked up. It's crazy.
Yeah, like there's certain guys I meet, and I realize that this motherfucker just has no reason to live, and like they're just.
You remember that Alex catch? I don't know what they call him. The Messiah. The Messiah.
Josiah. Yes.
Dude, that dude was like, holy shit. He had like this whole religion built around pedophilia, and it's pretty fucking crazy.
That was and my channel's not the place for it, but there is some drama, and not drama like gossip, tabloid drama. Like there's some real fucking shit surrounding that catch that guy almost got. The guy almost got off easy because of us bickering internally in the community.
Yeah, that's not a good look.
No, that guy Josiah should be thrown. That guy should be made to walk the plank with a kettlebell fucking tied to his feet.
Yeah, public execution.
Well, the thing is, it's like he's the guy. There's no remorse. Like
he's doubling down, tripling down. He. I don't know if there's levels of psychopathy or whatever, but that dude is so fucked up. Like, is he really believing what he's saying?
The co-occurring narcissism and sociopathy with that guy, all cluster B Machiavellian.
Yeah, dude.
That guy is a dangerous man because people will follow him. He'll gather he'll gather a bunch of unexceptional, sexless, underemployed men, and make them feel empowered and be like, "Oh, this is your destiny. Take it." Like that guy tried to champion harming children. Like that guy should be that guy should be shot.
Yeah, if you have any type of charisma, you know how to talk a little bit, like people will follow you, even if it's for something that evil. And it's crazy. Someone like that is more dangerous than that homeless dude on the street. I mean, they're both evil, both dangerous. Someone like that is fucking, like you said, they'll gain.
Well, dude, he had fucking Charles Manson vibes. Like he had those. Yeah. Like he kind of looked like a reality TV star, like TV type looks, $1 million smile, and the guy he had like that infomercial, social charm thing. Like that guy could start a religion.
Yeah, but he had that 1,000-yard stare, like that fucking glossed over.
That's why I'm happy that Alex. Well, the reason I love that Alex caught that guy is like Alex he's a compelling figure. Like he can match narcissism with confidence.
Yeah, he's smart. Man. Alex is smart. He's very smart.
People, and I think I say this a lot too. I think people forget that he's 24 because he looks 40.
Dude, when I first saw him catch an EDP, I'm like, damn, look at this man. And I was like, how old is he? He said something like 19, 20. I'm like, no fucking way. I used to not like him much. I used to be like, why is he so nice to him? Why, And then I realized, the cops show up.
he gets these people convicted. He gets the full confession. He gets them to say everything. There's no way for them to back up on it or be like, oh, that wasn't true. Like, he's got them fucking describing the videos. Like, holy shit. Dude should be
Him
a
and
detective. He should be.
him and PP Mass are. Have you ever
Yes.
seen any of mine or no?
Any of your, what'd you say?
Have you ever seen one of my catches or no?
Yeah, I've seen the Florida trip. Yep, the Florida.
Okay.
Yeah,
Everything
no,
I
you're good,
learned, I
dude.
basically learned from fucking Alex and Jay,
Yeah.
and then
No, you're
FM
good.
FM kind of helped me in private too. But
Yeah, it's
yeah,
not easy.
no, but that's like like when I got to do it with Jay and Alex, and even the decoying from Alfredo and Jesus, they taught me how to decoy.
Yeah, it's good,
I
man.
missed
It's
it.
a real skill. It's a real skill, right? I mean, I've never done it. I've never, but
I think you could, man. You're a creative guy. You're good with your words. I think you could.
Thanks, I appreciate it. I
I,
know I could. But like people say, man, I get pissed sometimes watching these people Tommy talk to. I mean, I know how to keep a cool head. I know how to do it. I wasn't, personally affected. I had a situation where I was almost. It was Uncle Bob, dude. It was his thing. It's kind of funny looking back now, but I had so I had this family friend. My mom had this family friend, and she had this friend, and he was known as Uncle Bob. Uncle Bob. And I was young. We were in the woods one time shooting a BB gun or something. This dude like whips out his dick. He's like, yo, I'm gonna teach you how to pee. Like, this is how a grown man pees. Dude, I ran away. I ran. I was like, this is not right. I ran and told my mom, never saw that dude again. Come to find out, 10, 12 years after that, he was murdered on the sidewalk, coming home from a youth like volunteer camp. It's fucking sick.
that's
That's the Uncle Bob story.
the guy that terrorized my neighborhood and my people. It later came out that there were like over 250 accusations against him, and
Wow.
yeah, he was a religious figure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
Wow.
denounced by the archdiocese, and you have that thing too, where I'm like, if I went public with it, like, would anybody else have been, because I actually kind of fought him all. Like, I was able to like stop it where before it got to the the truly fucking dark place.
Yeah.
But like I never went anywhere with it. Like I was 10 years old.
Yeah, man. It's very conflicting. It's hard. It's something that's very hard to deal with. I couldn't imagine. And shit. Forgot what I was gonna say. But that's why I hate when these fucking douchebags are older men. They say, "Oh, this is my first time. Oh, this is my first time." It's like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? Well, you're 50 years old. It's your first time. Like, come on.
That's Matt says his story is very similar. Joe Rogan talks about that on a podcast too. Like, some dude just came over. He's like, "Hey, do you guys want to come hang out and be naked?" And Joe's like,
Yeah.
he's like, "I think this is fucking weird." Like,
yeah, man. I thank God for that. Yeah, that could have been a very different day. That could have put my life on pause. That could have fucked me up. I knew something wasn't right. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna teach you how a grown man pees," and fucking drops trout. I'm out of here, man. This ain't right. Fucking crazy. Some crazy shit.
Well, and it's amazing too how many people will. When did you come around, Schwizzle?
Oh man. I was before the first ed paperwork. Like, I don't know, like maybe a few months before that.
Do you remember a guy named Petter who came around?
Petter?
Yeah, Petr.
Kind of sounds familiar.
He was a weird little bald guy. He was friends with. Do you remember Chuck Dog?
Yeah.
Chuckles?
Yes, I do.
So Petter was friends with Chuckles, and Petter was advocating for, and I bring this up because I think it's an important talking point. Petter advocated for like AI intimacy partners for pedophiles. Like, they could have these like growing AI communications. And, I brought up to him, I was like, then at what point do we have deep fake child pornography being produced? And then at what point do we start recreating? I guarantee you somebody out there is making like silicone real skin sex dolls in the likeness of children. Like somebody out there is
Oh,
doing it,
absolutely.
and that guy should be shot in the fucking throat with like.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know, man. This isn't stuff. If someone has this issue, there shouldn't be things to like cultivate it. Like, you know what I mean? That AI chat, that's almost like watering the plant. You know what I mean? It's it's like keeps them going. I don't know. It's not right. No, absolutely not. That should not exist, and there should be no reason for that to exist.
Well, Matt says that that's right. So Petter wanted AI child porn to feed the desires so that pedos didn't. And that's what I was going to say is that like that the sexual desire of people is never quenched. Like it always goes further. That's why people spice up
Exactly.
the bedroom. That's why they get into. And I've got a
Yeah.
theory why so many celebrities like get into these really dark sexcapades, whether it's like multiple women or it's because when the word no doesn't apply to you and you do like you always have to push the envelope.
Yes.
I feel that like sexual assault and sexual assault of children, like those are the last two stops on the train.
Exactly. That's like the fucking joke. Oh, Bill Clinton, he can't get hard unless someone's dying. You know what I mean? I think it's true to a point, man. It's kind of like, at least I can relate with drugs. Doing drugs, you do it, it hits. You need more and more and more, and eventually, it's just a thirst that never gets quenched. To me, making that chat AI, making those minor AI, it's not gonna help. It's not gonna fix it. It's not gonna prevent them from harming a child. It's not. So it's just crazy. Like, I don't know what kind of logic that could get you to be like, oh yeah, that's what we need to do. We should have these services available to pedophiles. They should be able to act out their fantasies. No, fuck no.
Right, and that's why and I talked about this. There's places in Eastern Europe where a lot of CSAM is produced because not only are there no laws against it, but there's no law enforcement agencies in that region of the world.
Where?
No, man,
Europe?
and
Eastern Europe?
like it, I want to say like Siberia, like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I
The
hear a
the
lot of,
the Asian
Russian.
part of Russia is just this like no man's land.
That's what I've heard from Alex. Yeah, he talks about that. Yeah, that's crazy, man.
And this is all stuff that I've read. Like none of this is I don't have any. I didn't do any. I didn't
Yeah.
go there on a case study and punch three guys named Igor in the face.
Right.
What's up, Ryan? Good to see you, sir. Let Ryan live a little bit, y'all. Say one or two things you got to say, but let him live. And yes, that's why I said that the second that we're going to normalize, like when you said cuties did you ever hear me talk about when we started calling out photographers at the cheerleading competition?
Yes, I did. I remember that panel.
Yeah, that was really interesting. I was there with my buddy and
Yes, yeah. Do you have any kids here? Where are your kids? Or
yeah, because I coach, and the thing that sucks too, man, is I coached boxing for a long time. I did jujitsu, and I didn't do youth martial arts, but like on occasion you would get like talented 14-year-olds that would want to roll with they'd want to grapple or they'd want to roll with the adults, and then in boxing you get like 10 or 11-year-old kids that were super talented. And I'm old school, man. Like if a little kid hands you an invisible phone, what do you do?
hands you an invisible phone?
Yeah, you answer that fucking phone.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're saying. Yeah, for sure, dude. You get.
And now, because of what all these creeps do, it's like I don't even really I won't even communicate with like it used to be like if a kid smiles at you, you make a face, you make a funny sound, you just and as a predator catcher or really anyone in the community, because we see so many of these guys, when you become a hammer, everything starts to look like a nail.
Yeah,
I'm
you
almost
second
to the
guess
point.
yourself, and yeah.
Well, I'm almost to the point now where like everybody's a fucking weirdo until proven otherwise.
Yes, dude, definitely being in this community, watching these videos really exposed me to holy shit, this is a big issue. And that dude walking on the side of the street, he could be a pedophile. It's really true. You can't take people's word for it. And it takes time to investigate and find stuff about someone. Like you could blindly believe whatever anyone says and go about your day, or you can take time and look into it. And it's pretty
Well,
crazy. That cheerleading shit is nuts, man. Those
well, Matt, Matt, Matt will be able to tell us this. And if you were there, you probably remember this panel. There was like the gay rights activist couple who were like sharing their adopted little boys
Yes.
at
Yes.
parties. Matt got the info last time. I think I told he should do either him or the panel channel or PCD. Somebody who's actually, or Tommy Boy even, someone Damone, someone that's good at editing should actually like do like from the community perspective. Those guys are out there in public, being all self-righteous, grandstanding on, standing on virtue, and they were literally sharing their adopted, and they had pictures of them in rainbow.
Yeah.
And here's a crazy one too. Does anyone in the chat immediately think less of somebody if they see them wearing Balenciaga?
I think they're very. I would think they're very surface level. Very
Well,
kind of
no, not just for the fashion
gratuitous.
thing. Do you remember
Oh, their campaign, right? Their
they had the
campaign.
little kids in like
Yeah, you're
what
right.
do you
You're
call
right.
that, like bondage outfits?
Yeah, man. It's disgusting. Yeah, you're right. Forgot about that.
And it's I actually tell people anytime I see someone, I'm like, hey, like, look, I'm not judging you as a person. I just think you should know that they sexualize children, and most people
Right.
don't care.
Yeah, and I think that's something that it's just being desensitized and it's being more normalized. So the more you see it, the more it's in your head that it's like, oh, it's not an issue because I've seen it so many times. Or yeah, I'd like to give some people a benefit of that. If I see someone wearing Balenciaga, I'd hope that they wouldn't know about that. But like you said, if you tell them about it, it's like, oh, I don't really care. And it's like, what kind of person are you? You know, do you have morals? Do you have ethics? Do you have values? You know?
Yeah, like I try not to have like blind, but does Devone give Missy fair warning? She'll no longer participate. Bring it on, dude. Remix always been very very cool to me, but Remix is having a day down there. And Ryan popped in, but he left.
I always struggle reading Remix's comments.
So Kitten says they did an episode about that on Kids Are Not Toys. Hell yeah, Kittens.
Oh,
That's
nice. When
I doubt anybody here even seen outside yet alone, Blitz. That's
I heard something that kind of made sense with those brands like Gucci, Balenciaga, all the Louis Vuitton. That those brands are for people who can't afford it. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
there's
Just fun. It's kind of funny. I mean, that stuff's nice for sure. But you see, I don't know, rich people, Elon Musk, and I'm not even the biggest fan, but they ain't wearing no Louis. It's just kind of funny.
no fucking Simon Cowell wears a generic black t-shirt everywhere he
Yeah.
goes.
Yeah. It's just funny, dude.
Joe Rogan wears fucking Hoyt archery and like jujitsu tee. Like, yes, it's for.
For people who can't afford it, yeah.
And my pop culture knowledge is pretty deep.
No.
Do you know that Magic Johnson is one of the primary shareholders in Rent-A-Center?
No, I didn't know that. No.
Bro, that's like the most
Johnson.
predatory community ever. It's like, hey, you live in an impoverished urban community and you can't afford anything. Hey, let's sell you this $390 flat screen at 17.9%. So you're going to pay $980 by the time an amortization sets in. And then after that, here's where it gets even better. We're going to repo it when you don't pay after 9 months. And then I think that his name is Montel Williams. He's a primary shareholder in Rocket Loans. You know, like that, like temporary high percentage, like 20 loan payday advance shit.
Yes. Yeah. Payday loans. Yeah.
Yeah, how are you gonna say like you're for the community and then
Yeah.
that's what you're doing?
Yep. No, it's all about public image, as you know, man. These people, I think that's why a lot of famous people donate a lot of money. They can, if there's anything negative about them, they can just fall back on, oh, I do this. Oh, I've donated so much money to the cancer fund. I'm a good person. What have you done? It's almost like armor in a sense. But
In
yeah, it's
in Catholicism, we call that someone trying to buy their sins.
by their sins. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
That's the
That's true. That's
best
pretty
way I've
cool.
ever heard it described.
Yeah, I think we live in a very satanic society in a sense, especially when it comes to Hollywood and stuff like that. It's Yeah, they it's evil genius, you know, they know what they're doing, and it's kind of like do as I say, not as I do. So you got these people saying, oh, I'm all for the community, I do this, I'm a good person. Then you kind of look at some skeletons in their closet, and it's like, you know, your actions say otherwise. Your actions say you're very greedy, you're very, you know, self-absorbed. So it's very conflicting, and we know it's a very image-based world we live in now, more so than it's ever been.
That, so yeah, so let's come to a conclusion here. What companies are we not going to support as a community? I told everybody I got rid of my Netflix membership
Yeah.
over cuties. Obviously, if anyone's seen me, I wear visors and athletic apparel. It's not like Balenciaga was in my crosshairs anyway.
Golf t-shirt.
Yeah. So what else besides Balenciaga and Netflix? Who else are we not supporting?
Dude, it'd be awesome to see kind of people come together and like boycott a huge company and actually do something. It'd be cool, but it's just harder and harder to get people on the same page.
Yeah, and I used to feel bad too. Remember back in the day, like they would dox a predator at their job, like especially if they own the business.
Yeah, yeah.
You ever feel bad for like the 15 or 20 employees that they have?
Yeah, I do for sure. I mean, if there's a predator at a job and now that job's getting called, that predator could be fired. Let's say he's fired on the spot, but that job might feel the repercussions for a long time. It's yeah, I don't know, man. If the job willingly does a background check and like they know they're hiring a predator, I guess that's one thing, but that's so hard to verify. Nah, I've never been about that. I don't know. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. Predators at work, got to go catch him. Like if he's a slippery son of a bitch and you go to his house, he's not there. You go here, then he's not meeting up.
Do you remember when Skeet Hansen came on the scene and he ordered the Predator pasta at, I think it was, I don't know if it was Olive Garden or Macaroni Grill or
Yeah, Applebee's maybe or something.
no, it was an Italian restaurant.
Okay.
Carrabba's, I think it was. I think it was Carrabba's.
Predator pasta. He ordered it to the waitress. He said.
Yeah, like he talked to the waiter and he's like, I think I'm gonna just get the Predator pasta. And
Was
he's like,
the
the
waiter
Predator.
the waiter was the pred like the catch?
Yeah, the waiter was the Pred.
I feel like I do remember. Yeah, I'd have to see.
And then in the menu, he showed him. He's like, "No, it's right here on the list." And it's like that guy with his dick pic out or some shit like that.
Yeah,
And at that moment, it's checkmate. It's like, dude, how do you fucking?
I know. Yeah. What do you? Yeah. It's great, dude, because they are just not expecting it. They have this in the back of their mind that they're doing dirt. They're talking to a kid like, all right, I'm gonna just go to work today. Maybe I'm gonna text this kid this and that. Oh, I have a table. Oh, what does he want? He's Predator pasta, and he points to the menu and there's a fucking picture. That is like, that's gotta fucking fuck them up. Is great. Or like
That one,
when
I didn't love the. Did you see the recent one where he did the test drive with the Lamborghini? Somebody won a Lambo.
I watched some of that. Yeah, it's a production value. You know, we know it's a production kind of thing with Skeet. Not to say it's bad. Not to say he's doing a bad
Skeet brings
thing.
a lot of eyes to it. I just feel like it misses the heart that some of the other catchers have with it.
Yeah, right. The passion or heart. I think at his core, he's an entertainer. He likes to entertain. I don't know his story, and I don't know how deep his passion goes. It's
Well,
just from
I'd
what I've
rather
seen in
him
his
catch
videos.
treads than just fucking harass people in public.
Exactly. So all in all, he's good in my book. He's doing a good thing, but definitely some of the videos I've seen where it's kind of like tongue in cheek humor. It's kind of like, come on, man, like this dude's here to fuck a kid's life up. But
Does Skeeter have any convictions? That's a good question, Haystack. I don't know.
I'd have to imagine so, but yeah, I don't know.
Is he in California? Where is he?
I don't know, man. Fucking Skeeter Hansen. Does he do other shit? Like, does he have other content?
No, Trilogy Media, which is where Courtney Elizabeth went. They do
yes, Trilogy's good.
they do some shit with like scam baiters
Yeah,
or
they
like
do a lot of-
scam artists and
Yeah.
like they diversify.
Who's that? I don't know if he's German. Who's that guy with him? The
Yeah,
Ukrainian guy?
the tall, yes, some random
He's
Eastern European
funny,
fella.
dude. I watched a catch with them. It was Trilogy and Skeeter, I think, teaming up. They did a sting house, I think, and the Predator ran. He ran, and that dude was running with him, and he's like, he's like, you can run all day. I'm not tired. Like, I'm gonna run all day. It was so funny. It was so funny. That fucking dude was just running and running and running. But the guy kept up with him, and he was like jogging because he's so tall. His strides were like 6 feet.
And there also used to be there was a do you know who Eric Konevsky is?
No, I don't know.
So Eric Konevsky is he's like this little bodybuilder, Jason Blaha impersonator. He pretends to be a Russian mobster.
Okay.
Him and John do you know John Bravo films?
Yes.
Him and John Bravo used to do some stuff together, and I think Cassidy Campbell was kind of linked up, and the way that JD put Skeet on back in the day, Cassidy kind of put Alex on.
Okay.
They would go do like Republican shit together. They'd be like a gay couple at Target celebrating the gender neutral children's section.
Yeah. Just
like
real.
Most of it was pretty benign at the end of the day. Like they
flipping the script on them kind of.
Yeah, and Eric Konevsky was like the first. He was probably the first, the first YouTube celebrity to start doing prig catching for. I'd assume he did it for clout because he harasses a lot of people.
Yeah,
and then he does it with this dude named No One's Safe, and I don't find shit funny if you're literally just harassing people.
No, those pranks and the kick streaming, the live streaming. So yeah, some of that shit's just deplorable, dude. It really is. It's like, come on, man, dude, do something. I mean, I want pranks, public pranks. They're funny, fart pranks, and fucking whatever. But it does cross the line. It does become harassment, and it's like people just trying to go about their day, you know.
Yeah, that's the whole a prank should have both people at the end of a prank should laugh and give each other a high five.
Yes.
Like that's for me. That's a good prank. You know what I mean? Like if both people. Does anyone in the chat or have you ever seen Top Notch Idiots?
It rings a bell. I can.
It's like a Latino kid with slick hair and a skinny black dude, and they go in the hood, and he'll walk up to like an obvious gangbanger. He's like, "Yo, homie, you trying to catch a fade?" Yeah. And the guy's like, "A fade? Who you talking to, motherfucker?" He's like, "No, you trying to catch this fade? My friend Alfredo sent me down here. Said you trying to get faded." And the guy's like, "All right, bet." He's like, "I'm about it. Let's roll." And then they get ready to fight, and then he pulls out a clip where he's like, "A fade."
Yeah.
Sometimes they laugh, but like those guys have had guns pulled on them.
I know. Yeah, that's like asking for. That's playing with fire. You know, those dudes they ain't on social media like that. They don't. They see some fucking dude fucking with them. It's true, man. I saw him get decked in the face, I think. I'll always love Ed Bassmaster. He's like the OG.
Would you look at that?
Would you look at that? Or fucking what's he saying? The drive-through.
PSH. He went to the UFC as Ed Bassmaster. And do you remember when he played Skippy? He's the special needs bald guy. He's like, I'm such a big UFC. And then Dana invited him backstage. Like he's another one, man. Like when he finishes his prank, like you have to like that's funny.
Yeah, man, that is some funny shit. I remember the first time ever seeing his video. I'm like, what am I watching? It's hilarious. It's fucking hilarious.
That's hold on one sec. I just got out of the car.
Yeah, dude, I hear you're in the hood.
I am yes, I am in the hood.
Sounds like you're in Florida. Sounds like you made it to Florida.
I just when you hear cops and people on the street asking if you want guns or drugs, and then people are offering holy shit, dude. I just realized that I am at a very, very, very ghetto gas station.
What's it? What gas station is it?
It's a Raceway.
Yeah, they got bars on the window.
No bars on the window, but
well, you might want to look for food, dude. You know, the worse the hood, the better the food. So always keep that.
Is the dirtier the t-shirt, the better the food truck tacos are. That's that is a hard fact. Anybody in the chat commenting on what we're talking about, or are they having their own conversation?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Probably.
Nobody gives a shit about us, pal.
No, we're just background noise, I think.
We're ambient. We're elevator music for the chat, which is truly the greatest show on earth.
Hey, man. I'm fine being community elevator music.
What are you doing today, man?
Me, I'm working. I do HVAC. So,
Okay.
kind of
Commercial or
sucks.
residential?
Commercial. Yeah,
Oh,
I kind of am stationed at one place and kind of do everything there.
you want to dox the info, the name of the business? It's gross
Yeah, let me
annual.
put my camera on real quick. I'll show everyone. You can meet my boss, and I'll give you the number. And
What could possibly go wrong with that, right?
yeah, yep. It's funny, dude. Nah, I don't know. It's just people feel the need to take stuff offline. That's a problem they have within themselves. I don't know.
TBS is actually so. Jay Silly is so right. I'm not gonna buy a beverage at this place.
Yeah,
I
make
am
sure you use the tap to
legitimately.
pay. Use the
Well,
tap to pay.
I did tap to pay for the gas. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not
Yeah,
scamming.
the
I'm not
skimmers
scamming my
can't
car.
get that.
Is it bad etiquette to go to the bathroom on panel?
Uh, only if you can hear your piss stream, then it's bad
Oh,
etiquette. But if you can't, then it's not.
okay. So yeah, let me push mute for a minute.
Oh man, we got going on in chat. Ray finna get his card info skimmed. You're probably right, Jay Silly. Hearing a stream on stream. Streamception. I saw Missy at Hobby Lobby while I was out MILF hunting. Hobby Lobby. I wish I had a Hobby Lobby near me. I used to be when I was younger, I used to be in those model rockets. You build them, you get the little engine, and you shoot them off. I did that with my dad. That was fun. But we always had to go to fucking weird stores. There's never a Hobby Lobby.
Tommy Boy says you work at Carrier. He's calling it now.
No, I wish. They're probably a union.
Yeah, I think they're based out of Indiana.
There are Carrier reps that I know though. And Johnson Controls. I'd like to get into Johnson Controls. That'd be pretty cool.
Dude, I was so close to empty. I walked from the car, went in, used the bathroom, walked back out, and the gas was still pumping.
Damn. Oh yeah, you can pump you can auto pump your gas right where I'm at. They take the locks off. Like
Really?
yeah, New York. Yeah.
Oh well, here's the thing then. If you have an older car, you just take out that gas cap and you could use it as
Yes.
a prop to keep it pumping.
Yep. You wedge it in between. I wedge it in between while I vape.
So I've learned the hard way, and mostly from I'm a data miner. I'm from New York. Can you give us like a relative region in New
No,
York?
you're not gonna mine my data.
Okay.
Verbal. You're verbally mining my data.
Are you closer to Canada or to the Statue of Liberty?
Canada.
Oh, okay. You're okay. So you're up there.
Ray's running his triangulation. Yeah, I'm upstate. I've only been in the city a handful of times. I don't prefer city living. I I like to be able to think, hear my own thoughts, I guess.
You ever get to a place called Ithaca?
Ithaca. No, I don't think I've been. Maybe I've driven through it, but I know where Ithaca's at.
Ithaca's fucking dope, man. It's the Finger Lakes are up there, like one of the most beautiful places
Yeah, I hear
I've
good
ever
things
seen.
about it. I used to go to Buffalo when I was younger every year and go salmon fishing. That was off of Lake Erie. That was fun as hell.
Well, Robert Trent Jones has a golf course at Cornell University. I played at quite a bunch. Rochester, I've been to.
Yeah,
Syracuse. Never been to
yeah,
Buffalo. Binghamton, I like. Binghamton's pretty,
yeah. Binghamton's nice. Yep.
but
Yeah, I
that's
know
closer
someone that.
down to like that. It's funny, like if you live in New York City, like Westchester is considered upstate.
I know. Yeah. If I say upstate, people they think I'm way upstate, like past Albany and shit. And I'm like, nah, I'm not that far. It's yeah, it's funny. Well, whenever I tell someone I'm from New York, they always think the city, especially if I'm out of town. Like I just went on a cruise a couple months ago, and whenever I told someone I'm from New York, they said, "Oh, which part of the city?" Like, no, I don't live in the city. Ain't from
Where
the
did you go
five
on a cruise?
boroughs. I went. It was a MSC cruise, It went out of
That's the Italian. I did one of theirs. I left out of
Yeah.
Canaveral. I've done that. Is that where you left from?
No, we left from New York. It docked at Cape Canaveral, and we went to Nassau, the Bahamas, and like Paradise Island, some other island that they own. It was 1 week. It was really cool, man. It was my first cruise as an adult. I've been on a couple when I was younger, but I can actually drink on this one. It was fun. It was fun as hell.
What did you do when you were in Canaveral?
What'd we do? I think we got out, walked around, maybe shopped a little bit,
Okay, Cocoa Beach is right there.
Cocoa Beach. Oh yeah, I don't think we went there. We went on excursions though. Canaveral. I went kayaking with the manatees. That was the excursion there. Yeah. It was hot, dude. We were in the Florida swamp, fucking getting cooked. And then I went snorkeling. That was really fun to see a shipwreck. They took us on a boat. They drove a couple miles offshore. This was in Nassau, and we got to jump in with snorkels and shit and look at a shipwreck. I saw a big
family of 7 died at sea. Let's monetize it.
Yeah, right.
You've got a couple of abandoned boats out there too, which is
yeah.
Notice Missy didn't get the approval from the boys to come up on panel today. She had to get prior written authorization for any panel appearances outside of the network.
Well, does that answer your question about there being a hierarchy?
Let's at least the hierarchy has a patriarchy. As much as I don't like organized crime, I'm happy to know that they allow minimal freedom to women. That's at least we know they're doing the Lord's work.
Moving in the right direction, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we're. That's where we're at.
A little bit of a content drought. The boys aren't around,
with Bad Guy and Damone gone, and
yeah, it's the community. The community feels it.
It really it's like All-Star baseball weekend when they have those 2 days off before and after the All-Star break. There's no major sports.
Yeah.
It's like what do we do?
Yeah. I don't know what I need loser of the week. I need to hear, I need to hear bad guys shit on us. Just need to hear it.
He's the only guy that can shit on you, and make you smile.
He's fucking funny, dude. I got friends like him. He's fucking funny. That guy's funny.
And naturally funny too. There's no punchline. Yeah. It's him.
He's just witty. Yeah, he's just quick with it, man. And you could tell he's been around. He's fucking funny, dude. He's a good dude, I mean, from what I see, I don't know any of these people.
I know him a little bit. We have something resembling, and he's very authentic.
He does, yeah, man. He's not gonna lie to you, and he ain't gonna stroke your ego. He ain't gonna give you shit. And those are people I like in my life. Real, authentic, genuine people. And
he's also he's one of those guys very comfortable in who he is. Not a lot of self.
Yes, yeah. He's got no shame, man, and it's great. I love to see it. I love too many people nowadays are afraid to say what they think or be a certain way, and it's just good to see someone like that, just authentic, like you said. It's refreshing, I guess. Refreshing.
Batman had some fun streams. I enjoyed Batman down in the chat there for a minute when he.
Yes. No, I like Batman. He's good.
Yeah, Sam and Jilly had their premiere yesterday, I think.
Yep.
On the
overshadowed by Hoax Wars, right? Hoax Wars went live.
I enjoy Mitch as a panelist. I think he's that he puts on.
Oh, you're good now.
Bill Powell's doing his thing over pulling the string, but
yeah. No,
yeah.
Where's that soundbite? Is that you saying I like Mitch?
No, that's me saying I like Cox. They were talking about Casey Cox.
Oh yeah, I like.
And someone's like, fuck Casey Cox. And I was like, I like Cox.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I had that Peter Brady high-pitched puberty moment, but I'm like, I like Cox.
Yeah, nah, that's perfect. Yeah, I haven't heard Locke's fucking soundboard. Locke's been out, man. I hope he's living his best life, dude. Dude,
Locke is, he's on strike.
Yeah.
And you're right, the community feeling it, good for Locke holding, staying true to himself and staying away from this place.
Absolutely, man. I really hope he's living his best life, watching his Fallout, fixing those fucking locks, and eating good, and listening to his classical music.
Well, the most comments in the chat right now are people are tired of me and you, and they are
Yeah.
clamoring for NTF to go live.
All right. Oh,
So I guess we
Dragonfly? Yeah,
can.
I'd pull up to yours, Dragonfly, of course.
You
Of
what?
course. Dragonfly, she's asking if she went live again. Yeah, I'd go up, of course.
I've never seen Dragonfly go live.
All right. Well, I think I've overstayed my welcome. I think
Never,
I
Schwizzle. You're always
well, it's been a pleasure, Ray. Chat.
you're like a smarter version of Scotty Karate.
Ah. Well, I kept getting TBS. At least my voice sounded like TBS. Do you get that?
No,
Is that
you guys are just both well spoken, which is
I appreciate
premium in
you.
this community.
No, I like listening to TBS. I do. I give people shit in chat, and I like to say, chat character is different than panel character. Is
Yeah,
that
no,
valid?
I'm the same arrogant, annoying son of a bitch at
Oh, of
Golden
course.
Corral as I am on panel.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'll always try to be a stand-up guy. I mean,
Dude,
I never used to be. But.
I narrate my morning. I was like, the middle-aged, handsome fellow that he is, woke up out of bed of a deep somber to hop in the shower and perform his daily hygiene.
Yeah.
Is he going to go with the Axe? Is he going to go with the Apollo or the Cool Mist body spray? I'm I'm such a fucking moron.
Gonna take a trip to the back high school locker room and put on that Axe body spray?
Do you remember those commercials where like the women would start fucking being magnetized to the men?
Dude, they stopped a few years ago. Axe used to put on their bottle, like it used to say women magnet, and there used to be a picture of a guy, a little graphic of a guy in the shower with a bunch of girls around him. And now in 2024, that's domestic terrorism. That's hateful to put that on the bottle. So
Do we have any liberals in our community that you could think of? Like,
man, I don't know. I like to say I don't label myself. Conservative, liberal. I ain't either, man. But I definitely, lean more towards conservative Republican. But
let me rephrase. Do we have any psycho lefty progressives in our community?
I know what you mean. One comes to mind.
Who?
You had some beef with him.
Cam?
No.
Jeff?
Jonathan.
Oh God. Yeah, that's done. That's over with. Just let him.
It. Yeah, no, I wasn't gonna say it.
Let him live.
That's just who came to mind. Yeah.
Yeah, he's that. Yeah, that's true. He's got some. He's got some. He's him and Petter. That was the other. Liberals have no home here.
Ellen Degenerate says me.
Yes, Matt. We are saying the same. Scotty, you're not a liberal, you fucking idiot. Was Chuck Dog a liberal? Liberals are not too big on right now, so I have a feeling that Chuck Dog handed in her card. NTF, would you like to go live? Because if you are, I would much rather listen to you and watch your chat turn into the fucking dumpster fire that it is.
Yes, we come here for some classical, elevator background music, and then NTF's is like the main event.
Who has a 3-letter name?
NTF, FTK, FCC.
No, like I think it's a 3-letter name, like an actual name.
Are you data mining again?
No.
Okay.
Ellen Degenerate says you're not a super duper liberal, Ellen. I'm aware. No username.
Yeah. Ellen might be a liberal, but I don't think they're a social justice warrior.
Oh, are we talking FTK, TBS, FCC? There's way too many of those. Vic is a registered Democrat? Fuck.
They know that.
I think who you register for is public record, or if you make any donations, I think that's all like public record. Like you can FOIA any of that.
Okay, you got to know their name.
Yeah, I like RFK. Speaking of 3-letter names.
Yeah, he was good.
Let me see if I can. Oh, I can't do it in this one. Fuck. That sucks. I have on my StreamYard, I got a picture of me and RFK.
it Photoshop?
No. I met him.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, where at, man? That's cool.
Downtown Charleston, South Carolina. He was.
Cool.
I told him I loved him on the Joe Rogan Experience. We kind of chatted up for a minute, and then he was like, "And I don't want to be that guy." And he's like, "Oh, if you want a picture for social media," I was like, "Yeah, I'd love one." And we took a selfie. Me and
Do you want a picture for social media? Did you
I think he's an older guy who's like he's trying to be hip, and he's like, "Hey, if you want a picture, you can have one." I was like, "Cool, yeah, I'd love to." And I mean, he'll never be president, but like,
Yeah. Ask him his
I got a
views on
chance to.
the Kennedy assassination. Nah, I'm joking. I'm fucking with you.
Yeah, I was like, by the way,
Yeah.
who is a bigger pervert, Bobby or John?
Jesus.
And it's funny too. He's sober. I'm like, it's funny. You're the first Kennedy to stop taking shots.
Yeah. Oh man.
No, and his wife is famous. She's the actress from Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yep, that's right. Yeah, that's cool, man. It's he seemed like a good guy. I always liked what he had to say. Definitely.
Him and Tulsi, I was a big fan of, and they both left the left.
Yeah. Well, he had a stroke or something? Why is RFK? He's got issues with his speech.
No, he's got either a thyroid or it's a long-term condition. That's why he talks like that.
That sucks too, because that really, as much as I try, it, like really affects your perception of someone when they're not well spoken. It shouldn't, you know. Like a lot of people just seeing, oh, he's done, oh, he can't talk right. It's like, well, his brain still works the same.
I still haven't seen NTF in the chat. We'll stay up here till I want to send over all 60 viewers to her spot. Or if Matt wants to go live, or fucking if Dragonfly wants to go live, we can drop her link. Or
yeah, I know NTF usually does her pre-live.
You gonna let Ryan live, Schwizzle?
Ryan?
Yeah.
You let him live? Of course.
Good.
I can't
Let everybody live.
I ain't got no wrench. Nah, dude, I'm all about letting people live, unless they're fucking, doxing.
Yeah, that was.
I don't know who said. I think TBS said it, or someone said it, but I think he sums up pretty well. When there's a community, a lot of people, you just can't agree to disagree, and I get that. A lot of people, it's tough, man. Even in normal life, like everyone has different views. You can have the same situation, and 10 people are gonna have a different read on it, and it's not up to those people to try to get everyone to agree with their view. It's.
Hey, by the way, the community, Dragonfly's new nickname is officially from here on out Big Mac. Yeah, that's just when me and Dragonfly started to get along. I'm like, you know what? Nope, can't have that. We're gonna throw some gasoline on this dumpster fire.
Any of you call me Mac?
Everybody put some respect on Big Mac's name when she's in my chat.
Shit, Big Mac pulling up.
Oh shit! I can't wait to see the response on that. I'm about to get.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Inglourious Bastards?
Yeah.
That's what he's like. I ain't gonna get shot. I'm gonna get chewed out. I've been chewed out before. I can take being chewed out.
Yeah, that's a good movie, dude. Glorious Bastards.
So you're 28 years old. You reside up there in New York. You work in HVAC. You have conservative leanings. What is your gross yearly income before taxes?
Yeah. I'll add it. Make sure you got your file open. I hope you opened the file now on K Schwizzle. There's some building your knowledge, building your community knowledge.
NTF, I literally said I'm only going live till you go live, NTF.
NTF waiting room.
That is, I joke. I remember back in the day when, like, I was one of the main talk show hosts, like a Leno or a Letterman, and now I'm like Trevor Noah at 3 a.m.
Yeah, your White Boy Wednesday has just gone downhill, dude.
Oh, fuck. First of all, it was White Guy Wednesday.
White Guy Wednesday.
White Guy
Big
Wednesday.
Big distinction. That's true.
Yeah, that was.
It's not like Tom Hanks' son who made the single "Hot Boy Summer" or "White Boy Summer" or something. You know that Tom Hanks' son
is a rapper.
Yes, dude. Chet Hanks.
Yeah, that's. He's got a lot of street cred. my buddy had a single get in the top 25 trending on YouTube last week.
Really?
Yeah, Mises, Adam Calhoun, and Tom McDonald. Do you know any of those guys?
Nah, I don't.
They're like white conservative rapper guys.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I was happy to see he just had an album drop. So
it's tough, man. I couldn't imagine trying to make music. I mean, it's just something that's so oversaturated. You got fucking everyone, and it sucks. Because
well, I
there's
mean, they all make a living doing it, you know.
oh, that's
and
cool. If that's badass. Good for them.
Yeah, Tom, I don't know, but Tom especially, he's killing the game.
Gotta be a hard market, man.
No, I mean Tom McDonald's. He did a single with Ben Shapiro, and I think Eminem and him did a collaborate.
Oh yeah, damn.
He's hit that guy. I don't know. Mises and Acal and High Rez and Jimmy Levy and that. I'm kind of friendly with that squad of guys. Mises especially a good friend of mine. He actually did. I think he did 3 catches with me back in the day.
Really?
He just happened. We were on vacation together. Me and my wife, him and his wife. And I was like, "Yo, you want to go do this?" And he's like, "Fuck yeah."
Mises?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I was just looking him up. It's pretty badass, man. How'd they catch your job?
He looks like ZZ Top and Duck Dynasty.
Yeah.
had a Republican son.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's killed it. He just had a big public beef with Ryan Upchurch.
Oh yeah.
Which was kind of funny. And
hey, man, get beefing with someone puts you on the map. You know, a lot of times.
I guess so. Like,
well, that's what it is. Like, if I'm an upcoming musician, and I could beef with someone who's got 5 times as many views as me, as long as if they just mention my name, like, you know, that'll get people.
Well,
to
Eminem had that one line to Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah,
I had to give you a career to destroy it.
Yep, hilarious.
You're a molehill. I'm gonna make a mountain out of you.
Yeah, Eminem, man, he's good. I never liked that Machine Gun Kelly. I like his older music when he was first starting, like Chip Off the Block, shit like that. But he's turned into someone else, man. I think.
Dude, how motivated would you be to do anything if you had Megan Fox next to you?
Nah, it's true. It's true. And a vial of her blood around my neck. You know
what?
Yeah, man. Yep. They each have a vial of each other's blood around their neck. At least they did. I don't know if they still do.
I thought that was Angelina Jolie and Billy Bob Thornton.
That was Megan Fox, and yeah, it was both couples. Yeah. Yep.
Fuck, it's
weird,
that's
man.
Weird.
Very, very satanic kind of shit. Yeah, weird, just weird. And he got all those tattoos. He covered up his whole body, like he's getting his whole body blacked out, and he's like, "Oh, I'm changed. I'm a new person. I'm shedding my old self, and it's all this shit."
Yeah. Do you know who Megan Fox was married to before him?
No.
Brian Austin Green, fucking the nerdy guy from 90210.
Oh no shit, really?
David Zimmerman, I think, whatever his name, like the nerdy guy that nobody liked.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. That's funny. Yeah. Well, I always remember her in the Transformers.
Bro, every guy remembers her bending over that Plymouth GTO.
Yeah, she'll always have a special place.
Just nothing but spray tan and body glitter.
Yeah, it's funny. Did she do Megan's Body? Or there was another movie that she was pretty good in. Yeah. I don't know. I've never watched an interview with her or anything. I don't know much about her.
When I was younger, man, my big celebrity crushes were obvious. Jennifer Love Hewitt was one.
Oh yeah.
And then, do you remember Alicia Dushku?
It sounds familiar.
She was in Bring It On.
Oh yeah, movie.
Yeah, she was Jessica, one of my favorites. Good for you, Justin Timberlake. Good for you, sir.
Yeah, I had
enjoy that.
I guess celebrity crush on Rita Ora when I was younger.
Rita Ora?
Yeah, Rita Ora.
Who the fuck is Rita Ora?
She's some songwriter. I don't. British songwriter, I think. She's an actress. You never heard of her? I don't know. I don't even.
Oh,
I guess she was in 50 Shades of Grey. Southpaw. She was in Southpaw with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Who? What? Rita Ora?
Yes.
Okay, that was Southpaw was a great movie. Forrest Whitaker was phenomenal in that too.
Yeah, Southpaw was excellent. I love that movie. And Cinderella.
Bro, Jake Gyllenhaal's MMA movie. Jake Gyllenhaal's movie Roadhouse was fucking terrible.
I was gonna say, I thought you were about to say it was great, and I was gonna be like, did you really like that? No, I didn't like it.
No, like
Nope.
there were a couple of moments where it was like kind of like cheesy 80s fun.
Yes, yeah.
But like that movie tried like what Cobra Kai is. Cobra Kai knows exactly what it is, and it's
Yeah.
fun.
Yep, doesn't try to stay. He stays in the lane. Yeah, yeah. Well, wasn't
Yeah,
it
like it. Much like Bad Guy, Cobra Kai has a very healthy self-awareness.
Yes. Yep.
Roadhouse didn't like, and Conor McGregor was just fucking terrible.
I know, man. Yeah, I wonder how much they paid him for that. Yeah, it's just fucked. It was a remake though. Wasn't the movie originally from
Patrick Swayze.
the 80s or
Yeah, the 80s or early. Yeah, Patrick Swayze was the.
Patrick Swayze?
Yeah, and I was a bouncer in college, man. Like, there's no bouncer's life that's that fucking glamorous.
Yeah, yeah. I can't help to think of Trailer Park Boys. When
Yeah, you make $125 a night, maybe. What?
I can't help to think of Trailer
not-
Park Boys when I hear Patrick Swayze. I don't know if you know that show.
Patrick fucking Swayze.
Yeah.
Conky, my name's Conky.
Dirty Dancing, the bar.
Bro, Trailer Park Boys might be the most underrated television series of all
Dude,
fucking time.
I think it is, and you know they're still together. They're still doing their thing, and they still go put on shows. And yeah, I mean, talk about good chemistry and excellent characters. Like, very good, very good. Show is fucking hilarious, dude.
That is, it is absolutely fucking hilarious.
It's there's nothing like it. What how far you got to drive?
I've got. I don't know. I'm gonna stop in probably Orlando area. I'll get a quick workout in, take a shower, then I'll head down to. I'm working today, tomorrow, Sunday. Then I should be back on the road, back home.
You got one of those schedules where you kind of like work hard a few days and you're off for a few days.
Yeah, I'm usually like I'm on 5, off 9, but the commute's tough because it's like 8 or 9 hours each way.
Right. You don't like. I mean, you're salaried and shit. Yeah, that's nice, man. Good for you. What's the longest drive like you've had to do for them? Like one of the longest drives.
Well, I only work in the Florida region, so it's always 8 or 9 hours. But I've driven to San Jose from New York, San Jose, California. I want to say that was like 70 hours.
Yeah, my
if I remember
drove
correctly.
cross country too. Yeah.
And I did it in a fucking Dodge Neon.
Damn, driving that far really makes you see how much like land we have. You know, like there's a lot of like you could drive for a long time and not see a house, especially when you're driving cross country like that. Like I spent some time in Arizona. I spent 6 months in Arizona. I loved it out there. I want to go back.
That's I spent some time in like Indiana. I got to go see. I went to a Notre Dame game, and
That's cool.
but I went there when it was still warm out. Like summertime in Michigan, Minnesota, Indiana is fucking amazing. Like that was a part of the country. And here's a hot take, and people might think I'm retarded. People probably think I'm retarded either way, but
I love hot takes.
Idaho is one of the most beautiful places I've ever been.
Idaho, yeah.
Dude, I went to this place called Lava Hot Springs. They have like natural, like fucking rock.
Yeah.
Bro.
Dude,
We go ahead.
I was gonna say I think I might have been there because I used to go on like outdoor trips in Arizona and we would go. Is it close to Lava Hot Springs? I don't know. I went to some hot springs, maybe not. But yeah, go on.
Well, it was. I think we went in like November, so it was like 27 to 32 degrees. But the natural outdoor pool was like 108, bro.
Yeah.
And like, so you're in this fucking big ass rock Olympic sized swimming pool, jacuzzi, snow on the mountains. Everybody having a good. Me and my wife went. We did a tour of Idaho, Utah, Montana, and Wyoming.
Okay.
I think Wyoming.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did Salt Lake City, Boise, and Lava Hot Springs, Idaho.
Crazy.
What's the big place in Montana? Yellowstone we went to.
Oh yes, I see. I went to Zion.
We
Zion
went to
National Park.
Zion too, and then we
Yeah.
we went to Jackson Hole, Wyoming. You ever hear of that place?
No, I haven't. Jackson Hole? No.
Yeah, we got to see like a wolf wildlife preserve and shit.
Oh, that's cool. I want to go to Joshua Tree. You ever been there?
It's a U2 album. I didn't know it was a real place.
Yeah, J Tree, and I think it's in Cali. I mean, the chat can correct me, but they got those Joshua trees there. I guess they're cool
Gomez
looking.
spent a lot of hot springs, and me and my wife. It's funny, man. We're both neither of us like come from that much.
Yeah.
I had pretty good parents, man. They did the best they could. Like no one in my family's like educated or anything. Like my wife and I were kind of the first generation to make a little bit of something, and
Good for
so
you guys,
it's
man.
funny. Like there's certain things like we won't spend money on sneakers. We won't there's like that
Yeah. Yep.
in the back of your mind. Like there's that deeply like I will always be poor mentality.
Yeah, man. It
Uh,
sticks with you. It sticks with
yeah,
you.
like dude, I go to Costco to buy my sneakers. I'm like
Yeah.
$34.99. That's a deal.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. It's still in you. Well, what's funny though is I've seen a lot of people grow up like that, and I've seen people almost go two different ways. You'll have someone like you who's like, oh, I don't want to spend the sneakers. I don't want to do that. And you have someone on the flip side. It's like I'm making money now. Like I want to buy everything. Like I didn't have anything growing up. Like now I want to buy everything. So it's just weird that I've seen go two different ways.
Well, cars, and houses. Things like
Wow.
like they throw away. I'm like now, I brought that up is we got a steak. We got a steak. We got an appetizer. We had an amazing dessert. And my wife had wine. I think we paid like $40.
Yeah. I've always been more about I'll spend money on experiences. I've been kind of more as cliche as it is. That shit, you don't take anything to the grave. So at least when you're on your deathbed, you'll probably be like, oh, I wish I took more trips. You're not gonna say, oh, I wish I bought more clothes. Definitely. I'm jealous. My parents did like a helicopter tour from Vegas to the Grand Canyon, which I always wanted to do. That's pretty badass.
Ray is breaking the chains of like.
Robot Ray.
Oh, dude.
No, you're good, man. You there?
I'm here. So what else in my life? And I'm trying to quit chewing tobacco again. Not sure if it's gonna work out for me this time.
Try the Zins. Switch to the Zins. Wean off.
Switch to the Zins.
I don't know, man. Yeah, it's either wean off or you do cold turkey. I don't know. Different stuff works for different people.
What are your vices?
Oh shit, I don't have many anymore. I vape. I do vape. I quit cigarettes.
Tranny porn and meth.
Yeah, yeah. Just I hit that pipe. I hit that meth pipe and shit. Just watch the tranny porn for 12 hours straight. Nah, I'm clean now. I've said before. I used to be a heroin addict.
No shit.
I got a few years clean now. Yeah. Yep. So I vape.
Salud, man. We've got a decent number of people in the community that are.
Yeah.
But did you ever take those Perk 1000s from Todd's guy?
No, thank God, dude. Shit would have turned me into a plumber. Be renovating my.
That's all meth heads are plumbers because they're searching for copper in the walls.
Yeah, the meth, it gives you the hidden knowledge. You don't need to go to plumbing school. You don't just take a hit of that glass dick, and you'll renovate your whole house. That's something I'm glad I've never done. I've done almost every drug. Not proud of it, but I've never touched meth. Thankfully, I'm more on the East Coast. I know it's out here, but when I was in Arizona, a lot of meth. I saw a lot of meth out there. It's crazy how drugs can be so regional.
Meth is literally everywhere. It's easy to make. It's cheap to make. You don't have to import anything across the border.
No, it's true, man. Meth is one of those things. I mean, I've always heard stories. I've done this and that. I've talked to people, and they look like they got hit by like an IED or something. Meth, it'll just make you pick, pick your skin, pick everything, and it's a dirty fucking drug, man. As you know, it's dirty. Like I said, when I was in Portland, I saw some people smoking crack, and Kensington in Pennsylvania,
Say
the
that one more
town
time, buddy.
Kensington.
Yeah, that yes,
Kensington. Yeah.
uh,
Dude, when I was in Portland, there was like one street that looked just like that. There was camps, there was people falling out, huddled over. It's rough to see, man. And then you just see cops drive by. It's weird. It's just weird. And you go to one store and they're so nice and they're, oh, be yourself and this, and then you walk around, there's some dude robbing someone, smoking crack. Just like the duality of it. It's pretty crazy. I hear San Francisco's
yeah,
pretty
that's
rough.
and for you being a couple of years clean off drugs, man. Like drugs were never my thing. I'm
Yeah.
me and alcohol, like Shabuzi, right? Me and Jack Daniels have a history.
Addiction, yeah, addiction. You're very similar, man. Very similar. I've gone to a lot of AA. I've never taken offense with like, oh, I'm an addict. I'm not an alcoholic. Like to me, it's symptoms of similar kind of issue. Definitely. The only difference is alcoholics they don't have to struggle to buy their booze. They can just go to the corner store. And me, I was you always running around doing weird shit just to get high.
Well, the thing is when somebody tells someone like, hey, just stop doing drugs. It's like at the end of an addict or an alcoholic's run, like they probably don't want to be doing what they're doing.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, man. So, to me, if someone says that, they're just a little ignorant, or they just they haven't experienced addiction, whether it be firsthand or through someone else. Someone who takes the idea of, oh, you just stop. It's something called cognitive dissonance. Similar with smoking cigarettes. Like it's killing you, it's hurting you, but you can't stop. It's not. It doesn't become a choice. I'd have times, yeah, I hit my dealer up, I hit the dope man up, and I'm like, I hope he doesn't answer. I hope he doesn't have any. It gets deep. I know a lot of people can identify with that.
Don't do drugs. I watched an interview of meth and fent addicts promoting the city's. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I'm. And this is. It's funny, right? Like, we all. And trust me, like, old Jeff has, rubbed me the wrong way a couple of
dude.
times.
I could talk for hours about Jeff, dude.
But here's the thing, man. Like, I want him to. I hope that he can make some positive change. And dude, you went from being a heroin. I'm guessing that you probably had some behaviors you weren't proud of when you were shooting dope.
Oh, for sure, dude. For sure.
And now you're gainfully employed. You're well spelled. Like, do you live a pretty decent life?
I do, man. It's not easy, but it's much better than living life high. I much rather choose the sober life. Yeah, I never thought, man. I thought I'd be a drug addict till I die. I started young, 14, messing with pills, and yeah, I just accepted, like, this is what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life. This is how I identify. This is what makes me happy. Like, you really do turn into someone else. You really do.
Do you know why you don't see any 40-year-olds getting clean off heroin?
How come? Is they're all dead, or?
Yeah, that's the.
It's true, man. Especially with the fentanyl now, it really is stronger. And luckily, I didn't get too into it. But when I did go to my last rehab, there was fentanyl in my system, so I guess I was messing with it. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know how people do it. I mean, shit seems rough.
It's more people, and when I was young, heroin was for like people living in the alley.
Yeah, or Vietnam vets, right? Vietnam vets.
Yeah, well, I'm not old enough for Vietnam, Bubba.
Yeah.
It's easy on that, my guy.
But yeah, nah.
What I'm saying is, like, I grew up in a generation where, like, no one even really did coke in my circle. Like, some people did ecstasy, people would smoke weed, we drink. Some people would do mushrooms, but then like coke became something, then pills, and now it's like heroin, fentanyl, and methamphetamine. From Park Avenue to Park Bench. From Kensington, Philadelphia to Westchester, New York.
Yeah, the war on drugs really worked, huh?
No, no.
No.
But it's funny
Yeah.
too. Like you never hear anybody talk about smoking crack anymore.
Yeah, nah,
Like
fentanyl.
crack and heroin and cocaine. People are calling us boomers. They're like, dude, it's all about the meth and the fetty now.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. When yeah, man, we got to get back to our roots. We get to bring crack back.
Make crack great again.
Crack.
That's make amphetamines great again. That's the new MAGA.
Yeah.
Congrats though, man. Serious. If you're a couple of years off, have you seen A Star Is Born with Bradley Cooper
No, but I want
and Lady
to.
Gaga?
Yeah.
It's a great movie, man. But there's a song, and I think it's called "Let the Old Ways Die." And one of the lines was, I think it's time with the old ways die. It takes a lot to change a man. Hell, it takes a lot to try.
Damn.
Like
Yeah,
that line just whether it's quitting smoking, getting off drugs, losing 30 pounds, going back to college. Yeah, man. Like anytime anybody even attempts to fucking make and TBS kind of made a good comment the other night I saw where he says, don't share your goals with people because most people won't be excited for you to try to self-improve. And it also,
yeah, there was a study. Yeah, you shouldn't share your goals. Was that you talking about it or no? TBS. Yeah, that was TBS talking about it. You're right. Yeah,
yeah,
I
he was,
resonated with that. Definitely resonated with that.
and it was, I'm like, holy shit, that makes a lot of sense. And, I'll share my accomplishments, but like the shit that I want to do, I usually keep that. And it wasn't by design, maybe just internally I knew, like I don't want to do that.
Yeah. No,
But yeah, so bad guys open about, his freedom from drugs and alcohol. Todd,
it changes you, man. When you get clean, I don't know. I want to help people. I empathize with a lot more. I notice I'll see a drug addict and someone will be like, oh, look at that piece of shit. Where it's me, I'm kind of like, damn, like dude's struggling, and I know how it is. It does change you, and it's something that you never forget. And I'll always be an addict if I'm not an active addiction. I know I fucking go to the corner right now, get a bag of dope, and I'd pick up right where I was. But I choose not to. And
do you consider smoking weed or anything like that to be clean or sober?
Nah, I smoke. I mean, not every day. I used to, but dude, people, I give props. People can do coke on the weekends and not do it during the week. I've always said more power to you. I can't do that. So it's all how it is. Nah, if someone says I'm clean, I just smoke weed though, I would never take their sobriety away from them. They've overcome something in their mind that really it took the driver's seat of my life. Heroin was in control, and I smoke weed, and now weed's not in control. Like, you know what I mean? It's different. I would never steal from a family member. I would never rob my friend for an ounce of weed, but people do that for heroin and all these other drugs. So it's no secret that weed is very different than the hard drugs.
Yeah, and every now and again I volunteer at at a rehab center, and the amount of people that are repeat customers, they
Where do you volunteer?
at a rehabilitation center.
Oh, okay, at a rehab. Yes, that's something
in Columbia, South Carolina.
So you on the front line, like they come right from detox. They come into detox and shit.
Well, they have a detox at the facility, so I mean, there's no detox for meth, but for alcohol and for alcohol,
Benzos,
opiates, and benzos, there's
Yeah, you need a doctor, man. You need a doctor. I've watched. I was in rehab, and there was this older gentleman who was an alcoholic, and he was going through it. He said, I drank every day for the past 12 years, and dude I literally had a seizure. I had to grab like the nurse, and they hauled him off to the hospital. He lived, but it was scary to watch, definitely.
and that's where it's like it's real easy to pick on that. And who else do we have that's vocal about their Matt is Matt the morning after is usually pretty open about his battles with a certain substance. Damone doesn't drink anymore. Damone's sober.
Yeah, good for him, man. It's tough. Jeff, nah. I didn't get to talk about Jeff much, but I do, man. With Jeff, I see a man who's struggling. I really do. I'll troll him in chat or this and that, ha ha. It's fucking sad, dude. This dude is burning every bridge he can. He's doing like a speed run to how many bridges can I burn? How many chances can I get?
Yeah, but I don't think he's I don't think he's having a good time. Like that's the
No, nope, he's not having fun. No, definitely not. And he's lying. He's lying to us, but more, he's lying to himself. He's lying to himself. And what I see is a man who's at rock bottom, struggling, and it's fucking sad. And the dude, it's hard to not be mad at him and be like, dude, you're a fucking idiot, but he's an idiot.
and you know when guys and gals hit a bottom like that, they're like instead of trying to crawl out, I'm just going to decorate the walls down here.
Yes, it's so true, man. Good decisions will domino effect. Same with bad decisions. If I don't smoke cigarettes anymore, if I were to go get a pack right now, I smoke a cigarette, I'd be like, fuck it, let me have another. Oh, fuck it, let me go get a beer. Oh, fuck it, let me go get a bag of Coke. It's so true, and to just live in that shit, you're just like living in instant gratification. Like you do what you want. You need. You're not serving other people, like you're just serving yourself, and it's just an extremely selfish way to live.
Yeah, and that's one of those. And I do think a lot of people try to give. I think a lot of people have tried to give Jeff like a little pat on the back, a little motivation, and people get jaded too when you try to help someone and they don't. I see it from 360 degrees. And here on the internet, it's kind of synthetic. We're not like really connected, but
Right. But I believe you even kind of took it off the internet with Jeff a little bit and offered him like a real, kind of some real life help. And from what I see, for him to kind of treat people that are offering help like that just lends credence to how addicted he is. Like how he's an active addiction. Like if I'm sober and someone tries to help and I really want it, I'm gonna take that help. I'm not gonna start making reasons on why I don't need the help. It's like you're just lying to yourself, dude. Like admitting he's an alcoholic and that's all I can drink, once a night or I mean once a week, and all that's fine. It's like, you're just lying to yourself, dude. You see
Bill
through it.
Gangbang's been sober for 26 years.
Man, good for him, man. That's my grandma who just passed like 2 years ago. She was an alcoholic and she was clean for like 35 years. And it's just as far as like running in the family, I think there's definitely some credibility to that. There's
There's some
definitely
genetic component to it.
There is, dude, something like not all of it. I think, what genetics loads the gun, the environment pulls the trigger kind of analogy. But I think if I'm an addict and I have a kid, he's more predisposed to that personality type or those kind of habits just because he's coming from me, like my genes. And I think that's when people talk about like family curses and the generations. I think it's stuff like that, like people doing dirt, having kids, and then those kids kind of take on some of that.
There's an expression, the man takes a drink, the drink takes a drink, takes a man.
Robot.
Am I still roboting or am I good again?
No, you're good.
I said a man takes a drink, the drink takes a drink, the drink takes the man.
Yes.
And that's drugs. It's it could be money, it could be.
Oh, there's a lot of addictions. It could be social media. It could be anything, man. It's true. And the drugs. It's fun. It's fun. There's a honeymoon phase, or as they call it, the first few months, the first time you try something, the first you're doing it, and then all of a sudden you can't get it, and you see a different side of yourself. You see it's very primal. Like you feel very backed into a corner. You feel very it's not good. And then withdrawals, of course, if you're doing it, you get sick, and it does. It becomes a full-time job that you don't choose. A slave, you become a slave to it. And well, I think on that note, I think I'm gonna go grab something to eat. It's been I think NTF might be live. Yeah, she's live.
Good for her. You should. I thought you were going to say. I thought you were about to say. After talking about that, I'm going to go grab a bag of dope. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Oh man.
There's one thing I got to ask you because do you ever have a decent amount of fun laughing at your dick? Like you have to laugh at it, right, to take away the power that it has.
Laugh at what, the drugs?
Like the like you have to.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean yeah, I mean, yeah, 100%. I've been known
I'll
to.
make a joke about it
Yeah.
sometimes, and people get like all in their fan. I'm like, I was like, no, you joke about it. It's
Dude, I think it's fucking hilarious. I can look back and joke about it now. Some of the stories, some of the shit, because like I'll tell people, like, "Oh, is that triggering for you?" I'm like, "No." Like well, seeing people do drugs in movies, like I don't know. I'm just at a point where like I don't have cravings. Like I don't want that shit. I can definitely look back and laugh about it, and I think it's good to be able to joke around about that shit. You really can't take life too serious. You can't. At the time, it's different, but yeah, looking back, it's funny, dude. Just kind of shake my head and chuckle.
that's but it's not funny when you're going through it. That's
No,
it's hard.
it's not. It's not funny. Yeah.
Like it's when you got to be at work the next day and you're partying until 3 a.m. and like you're lying to yourself saying, "Hey, I'm gonna get up at 6 a.m. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'm gonna do it."
Yeah, that's what it is,
And it's
man.
like everybody in the world knows you're lying except you.
Yes, yeah, and that's what it is. You become your best friend and your worst enemy when you're doing drugs. Like you justify what you need to justify to get the drugs. You lie about what you need to. You tell truths about what you think, and you lie to yourself, and it changes you. It does change you. I mean,
Do you remember
people.
a guy who used to come around named Broadband Studios?
Yes, I know Broadband. He's working at the warehouse now. Good for him.
He's doing. I just remember when he was out there, like really living on the drugs, saying that like drugs are the path to. And I got frustrated with him, but at the time he was saying what he felt to be true.
Yes, they're just not ready. It's very different stages. If you were to caught me right in the beginning of my addiction, I would sit here and justify it, and I would believe it. I would be like, dude, it makes me better. It allows me to work harder. I'm more myself when I'm on it. It's just denial. It's just denial, and it hasn't gotten bad enough for him to see it as a problem. Like, when you first start doing drugs, it's not a problem. Like, you enjoy it, you look forward to it, you do it. Like, it takes a lot to accept it as a problem. Like, I'm an addict, like I can't stop. It's different for everyone, but sometimes people are just in denial the whole time.
Dude, I just got beeped at by an 18-wheeler for no reason. Fucking
did they
dickbag.
use their did they use their town horn or their city horn?
No, they're fucking.
Yes. All right, on that note, I'm out of here, dude.
Go
It's
get out
been
of
a
here, man.
pleasure.
We should do this
Yeah,
again sometime. That was a very
of
enjoyable
course, man.
conversation.
Nah, I like popping up your panels, and as I get more comfortable, I talk about more, but I ain't gonna dox, and I appreciate you and your questions, and you're a pleasure to talk to, dude, and chat to.
What's a good phone number for the Secretary Street address and your firstborn's name?
Yeah. Hit me up on IG. I'll let you know all that. All right. Talk to me in private.
I'll hit you up on Craigslist later, brother. Have a good day.
Misconnections. Peace out.
Everybody, I think that was some good conversation today. Hopefully, y'all heard something you needed to hear, or you heard something that made you think differently about something. Or if it didn't, that's cool too. You do whatever the fuck you want to do. But I hope everybody has a wonderful day, and who knows? I'll be live again someday. It's when you guys are all supposed to say goodbye to me before you run over to NTFs, because I know you're already chatting both. But just at least pretend to make me feel appreciated for a minute. Say thanks, Ray. Bye, Ray. Something. Validate me, please. What did Bo Burnham say? I'm just a little attention attractor, and when I grow up to be a child or actor. Bill G says, hi, Tanya. Thanks for your. Schwizzle's the only one that actually says thanks and goodbye. Always follow different channel, but Smashley says, K Schwizzle, you're awesome, and totally neglects to say anything about me. Thanks, Smash. Appreciate you. Very kind, Smash. You the best. That's why I never go live. Sometimes I feel like nobody loves me. Everyone says this dream should end. Fucking me. Oh, Tanya, yay! Are you talking about Schwizzle or are you talking about me, Missy? You got to, I'm shutting this down in 60 seconds. Answer that question, Missy. You talking about K Schwizzle or me? Dude, I've fallen asleep on my own panel. Who were you talking about, Missy? Were you talking about me or Schwizzle? I guess no one's going to tell me. Fuck it.